Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys,
and TV and movies too.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Toy Duo team, and this week it's all about Marvel and it's Star Wars. It's May the 4th, so we're going to be talking about Star Wars. Eric's got some awesome blue milk stories to tell you, along with Dan, who's here also. Connor is going to tell us why he is unable to drink blue milk. We're going to speculate on the HasLab that they decided they didn't want to announce because they're completely revamping it because they knew that the one they were going to announce was overpriced and set up for utter failure. And then we're going to get started and talk about whatever else we want to talk about. And 3 people just dropped out of the stream after that introduction. Anyways, how's everybody doing today?
How you doing, everyone?
Happy May the 4th.
Happy Star Wars Day.
Okay, so I'm wearing this shirt. This is from last year. So Josh McNear sent some shirts out this year to some folks, and I have that one. It's a Phantom Menace, but this is the one that he did last year. So I thought it was pretty cool. I thought I'd put that one on.
Nice.
Let's say hi to some people in the chat. If you're in the chat and you haven't said anything already, make sure you do that. We got Rick from Hammerhead something. Happy Hammerhead Day. That's what he's saying. So Lack is saying it's 6 days to go. So he must have been first. He was days ago.
Way early.
Yeah.
And he waited the whole time. He is that patient.
Sonny is saying, "Ahoy, everybody!"
That's some discipline right there.
Hey, Sonny. Hey, Dino.
This is Lack's favorite show confirmed.
What is confirmed?
This show is Lack's favorite show in the planet.
Remember a couple of weeks ago you were like, "Hey, does anybody ever you think anybody watches one and then goes back and watches all of them or whatever?" Remember you were telling me about that? Lack, I think, has watched every episode of the Toy Duo from its inception, all 63 episodes after today, and he's been going through the 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard episodes.
Nice. He should get like a free T-shirt or something.
Something like that. You know what's interesting though? He makes comments about some of those 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard episodes, and I have absolutely no idea what he's talking about.
Remember? That was like 8 months ago.
Because I'm like, what happened in that episode? What were we talking about?
Hats.
You had a year for this show yet?
I'm sorry?
Are you had a year for this show yet?
Yeah, we are in season 2. So we got the new year started in January. So I started the Toy Duo a year ago in January.
Okay. Good to pay attention.
So
Clearly Rick didn't get a copy of the new contract then. He's still in the old rate.
I didn't get that plaque,
Yeah. Northern Nomad is saying, "Hey guys."
You guys all got a plaque for Vern, right?
Northern Nomad sent me a message about my Black Widow video that I did, and he's like, he called me a stalker.
Uh-oh.
The kid missing.
Amber Alert.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, man, this town has more old people that get lost than any place
really?
I've ever seen.
You guys have Amber Alert for old people?
It's like, yeah. We have it's a Silver Alert, but it's like elderly male, elderly woman. I swear, every week, man.
I've never seen that. Yeah.
I think I'm at the age where I qualify for the Silver Alert.
You got to sign up. You still wear that thing around your neck?
You got to see this, Vern. Did you see Dino?
The life alert.
Dino says, "I am doing yard work with the missus. Hopefully Vern will change the time so I can join." Dino, this is supposed to be how you get out of doing yard work.
Yeah. You're doing it all wrong,
I can't make
man.
it. I'm streaming today. And it's very important because I'm talking about Star Wars.
Just sweep faster, Dino, and get back to the telly. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Priorities, man.
I don't know what this slide is supposed to be. I can't read. Let's see. I'm going to put this up because I got to read it here. In another episode of okay, this is going to be like one of our topics anyways. Whose message did you just put up there? Because I see you got Let's see.
Jonathan joined us.
Like button. Okay, Jonathan Redmond, Northern Nomad. Mr. B is here saying hello.
Yep.
I'm doing a really bad job of going through the chat. Let's see.
I got you, man. I got you.
Okay.
It's not like it's something new.
I know, right? You know, we are going to do something new when we get to the hot or not section. Do you want me to just like fill you guys in on the new thing we're going to do?
Save it.
Do it.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to save it for then, right before we
It'll
get
be a
started?
big surprise, won't it?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What? Does Eric want to know now?
Oh no, I don't care.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you guys so you can
Suspense is
prepare.
killing me. Just do it.
When we put up the picture of the figure, that's the one we're going to talk about.
Oh, that's a new thing.
We're not going to talk about ones we haven't shown yet.
Don't know if I like the sound of this. Fran. That sounds too structured.
How that's gonna work.
I thought this was, I thought this was more of like a shoot from the hip type of show. No, not something super structured with its script.
Bring the chaos.
With the script. There's no script here. Listen, G-Force is here saying hello. Is it Kentucky Derby Day? John's at some races. He sent some video of some Indy cars. Is it the Indianapolis 500?
No, there's F1 in Miami.
Oh, nice.
Are those the guys that play the video game racing?
No.
Do you know what I'm
It's
talking
real.
about? Did you see that movie where they trained that dude who was like a video game racer and then they made him a real racer?
That was the Gran Turismo.
Yeah. Is that the same thing as the F1?
No, that guy didn't go into F1. No.
Oh, okay. But well, I don't know what the difference is.
F1 is like the top tier of a motorsport, essentially.
All I remember as a kid watching that Indy 500 was that it started like 8 in the morning and they were still racing like later, much later in the day. How long is that race?
It might have been multiple races. Like
The Indy 500. I've never been, but
we had an Indy race here in Vancouver that went for 4 or 5 years called the Molson Indy 500 or something like that. And it was literally right downtown Vancouver. They made the track, around downtown buildings and our stuff. And you go there to watch it, and basically you just that's all you see.
Yeah.
Like that's it. There's no like big
And then make that
aerial
noise?
view. Exactly that noise.
Wow.
and he does the gesture too, as like that's
It's not taking a picture. Like they're literally going 299 miles an hour or whatever. It's insane.
All right, that's pretty funny. You guys got me on that one. All right, Star Wars Day, right? Let's do this first little topic here before we get started and talk about some other stuff. This is another episode of Do Movie Makers Have Any Original Ideas? Because this last week, it was announced that they're going to remake 9 to 5 because not only are they out of new ideas, they're out of good old ideas.
Hey now.
Because if there's ever a remake that needs to be made, it's this one.
What an odd choice for a remake.
What?
yeah.
Odd choice.
Well,
Hey,
Rachel's
Brian.
in it. I'm down.
Hey, Brian.
You know what this reminds me? Remember when Bradley
This will
Cooper...
get.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say this will get people back in the theaters.
Can you pre-order tickets yet?
Do you remember how a couple of years ago when Bradley Cooper did that A Star Is Born?
Yeah.
And all the lead up was like, this is my passion project. I've been working on this for like 10 years or 20 years or whatever. I've been going over it in my head. I hope I don't hear the same story about this thing. Right.
Yeah, but didn't Bradley Cooper win like best writer, best movie, best
I don't think actually
best singing guy in a movie? Like I don't know.
I don't think he won anything, actually.
Critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Farron. He won our hearts.
Oh, that's true. Okay. He didn't even win me
with
an
Lady
opportunity
Gaga
to watch it a second time. Okay, and then we got the biggest movie reboots and remakes coming this year. We have this week, The Fall Guy has everybody run out to the theater to see Colt Seavers jump tall buildings in a single bound in his truck, fall from helicopters.
I'll
blow
watch
up
it.
in
It looks fun.
All right,
To be fair,
I-
that actually looks decent. I'm not
It
sure
does,
if I'll
yeah.
see it in theaters, but I'll see it when it's streaming.
I'm
so
so
when
glad
I-
you said that. I didn't want to be the only one. Guilty pleasure. The trailer had me. I mean,
Yeah,
they went way off the rails from the show, but I liked the direction. I think it looked fun.
So
As
did you
long
go
as the
see it,
original
or you
Cold
have yet to
Steamers-
see it?
And I know the original truck's in it because I've seen it in the trailer.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
saw
But
the
as long
little
as Lee
throwback
Majors
to it,
makes a
yeah.
cameo, it clicks all the things on my list that I'm hoping to see.
Right.
And Ryan Gosling is like one of the best ever hosts on Saturday Night Live. So if he's half
The-
as funny as he was on that show, it'll be good to see.
All
right,
and
so-
he did the Beavis and Butthead appearance at the red carpet for the premiere of the movie. That was funny.
The
Really?
best is when he gets abducted by aliens with the
Oh my
returning-
god, that had
the
me
returning
roll.
cast member. Oh my god, that's the best ever.
That had me crying, man. That was so funny.
Sorry, we
That-
changed topic, Vern.
That's okay. That's the SNL. I haven't
Yeah,
got
yeah.
to see it yet. I gotta watch.
You
it.
haven't watched that alien
No.
abduction. There's 3 of them, right, Rick?
Yeah, I've done it like over 3 or 4 years for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
you
the-
gotta see that.
So on Peacock Plus, they have a show called Action, and it's the 87 North stunt company, and they did the stunts for a movie called Violent Night. That was the one with
Oh, yeah. David Harbour.
Harborough, yeah, where he was Santa Claus and had to beat up all the elves. So the first couple of episodes of this show are the stunt team going and doing the choreography and working out all the fights and then filming for that movie. And then the last few episodes are the big stunts from the Fall Guy, leading up to the last episode where the guy does the 200-foot canyon jump in the off-road vehicle. So it's pretty cool to see how they the sort of the background and kind of what the stunt crews go through and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. It does make me want to watch the movie, but I did not run right out and watch it yesterday.
Oh,
Well, I
it's
think-
it's out now.
I'm sorry?
It's out now. I think
It's out. It came out yesterday.
Well, I think one of the noble kind of efforts of the film as they're promoting it was it was. I think Ryan Gosling was saying they're essentially trying to get stuntmen in the Oscar category.
Yes.
Yeah, you're definitely trying to get them recognized in this movie. It's a big promotion
Why is there not?
tool
right?
they're using. Yeah.
It's very interesting, Dan, you guys, that there's not a category for stunts. Keanu Reeves is in that show on Peacock Plus, and that's how he ends the show, is like talking about getting them a category with the Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think of like costumes and makeup and don't they got the best key grip award by now? It's the best gaffer.
Hey, Jonathan had a good point.
Best craft services.
Yeah. Best donuts.
I don't know if you guys saw that. Jonathan had a good point about the 9 to 5. Barbie obviously worked out well, so that might draw a different crowd. That
It's
maybe
true.
the idea isn't to get the same
point, yeah.
people back in the theater, but to get a different crowd in the theater.
I'd argue Barbie is a bit more marketable than that, though.
I think
The
the
9 to
Fall
5,
Guy's
yeah,
going
I
to bring all the
agree.
ladies
Well,
out too.
I don't know if
they
you guys
could do
are
a
following
modern
it or
take
not,
on
but
it. Modern
Dolly
take.
Parton's got a huge merchandise line that's just boomed over the last year or two.
For
All the
95?
Dolly stuff?
She's got traction.
Okay, but is she going to be in it?
Well, she's got to do a
Oh.
cameo, right? I mean,
I would
I
say
don't know.
yes. I think you can't make these without even considering, special cameos.
Lee Majors is going to be. Is he in the Fall Guy? Is he going?
I have no
I'm
idea.
assuming he is. If he's not, then
Somebody saw it.
a huge fail in Hollywood.
Somebody saw it. Somebody saw it. So we got to find out.
He was at the red carpet, so that to me means he's probably in it.
All right. So then The Crow's getting a remake coming out in August. Are you guys excited for that?
No.
I didn't even see the other one, but
It looks
The
too
original one was
different.
pretty perfect for its time, so I don't think.
From
Do
I'm
you
not
think
sure
they
why
can-
they're remaking that.
do you think remaking The Crow would be like remaking Highlander?
Ooh.
Yeah, they're perfect as they were for the time. So I don't know if
That's
it's
tough, man.
justifiable. Remaking the Crow was when it came out. It was new. It was fresh. It was different. It was dark. It was iconic, and it was it had the cult status behind it. That what happened on set to Brandon Lee and stuff. So I just think it's an odd choice to remake it.
I agree. Like I can see them making like stories based off, that universe or something. But I mean, if it's a straight reboot and just give them a haircut and different tattoos, then and a different, timeline or era of time, then I don't know, man. I don't see it as a big pop culture license to like brand for ticket sales, like unless it's direct to Netflix or a streaming service. But I don't think it is. I think it's meant to go into theaters with Skarsgård. Like he's the guy behind doing this, so I think it was maybe his idea, being an actor and a director and a producer. So let's get him on the show next week and ask him.
Okay, we'll do that. You set that up.
I'll have his people, call my people.
Brian's actually saying they're remaking Highlander and Henry Cavill's going to be in it.
That's a rumor I saw too.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then the other one that I have on here is some movie called See No Evil or Hear No Evil. I don't even know what that's about. I don't speak no evil.
Oh yeah.
I got one of them anyway.
Was that the Richard Pryor movie?
That's what I was hoping for. How are they going to remake that?
The one with him and Gene Wilder.
Yeah. That was called Speak. Was that Speak No Evil or Hear No Evil?
Richard Pryor was blind in that movie. Is that what the thing was?
Yeah.
I can't feel my life.
See no evil, hear no evil. I think is something like that. Or
That's the one.
And then there were some updates for Rey's new Jedi Order movie, which everybody's super excited for. People are like chomping at the bit. They can't wait for Rey to have a new movie to star in where she's going to rebuild the Jedi Order from scratch. And
I just got sick in my mouth. Sorry.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it.
I'm more excited for it than Ahsoka season 2 or like an Ahsoka anything.
All right, and then of course Guy Ritchie's live action Hercules movie got a new update. Unfortunately, I didn't read the articles. I just grabbed the headlines. I was hoping somebody else knew what it was. No, I think that the Rey thing, I think it's finally moving along. There's been some movement on it, and then the Guy Ritchie's live action Hercules also got some movement on it. So I think that's what that was.
He did the live action Aladdin. I wouldn't have thought that. Like, I just don't think of Guy Ritchie and Disney.
No, me either. He does,
but it's a
British kind of thriller, not kind of crime movies, more of a
But if you look at his movies and then you think about like Hercules and you think like the pacing and stuff like that, could be very interesting.
You should go see The Gentleman on Netflix if you haven't.
I've been watching it.
That's the Guy Ritchie movie
Pretty
with
cool,
Brad
actually.
Pitt and the caravan and all the gypsies and all that stuff. That's Guy Ritchie, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think of. Like I just think of those accents and the caravan and all that kind of stuff.
I want a caravan for the man.
And he was married to Madonna, I think.
At the time, yeah. Guy Ritchie did the King Arthur film, didn't he?
Yeah,
he did it as a Guy Ritchie film, so all the dialogue was done like that. So I suppose if he was to do the twist of Hercules, the way he does his dialogue, with the
okay,
the
was
Cockney
that
accents or whatever.
the
Maybe
Sons of Anarchy actor in that King Arthur one?
That's the one, yeah.
I don't think I've seen that yet.
What are you waiting for?
I don't have no idea. Maybe because it's that bad.
It's
I've
good.
never heard anyone say anything good about it.
I
But
like
Shogun, that was good.
All right.
Good man, G-Force.
All right. You guys okay. Did you guys all bring your Star Wars stories for the day?
Sure.
All right.
Today the day for that?
then, Rick.
Well, I watched the new cartoons.
Okay, so everybody
And
watched the Bad
without
Batch, right?
spoiling it, like
Yeah.
I like the animation style. It's kind of
It's
not like it's not like the Bad Batch. It's like a next level 3D kind of animation. I like the style, but I don't know. The audio was off to me, and it seems a little video game trailer kind of like. And it answered nothing. Again, it was just here's 40 minutes of stories that will never end. Do you know what I mean? Like it's cool. Like here's a topic. Let's talk about this topic and end scene. And no next episode we won't tell you more. So I don't know. kind of like the whole Bad Batch series that happened, and thanks for telling us about nothing for 3 years. Like,
What do you mean? It had an ending.
Then nothing happened.
They had a happy ending.
They did. I get
now
that.
We can rest.
As far as storytelling goes, but as far as fitting into like the Star Wars story overall,
well, because there's no mention of them later, right? So they had to tell that story that way.
So that means they're all hiding because they're not.
They're
dead.
resting. They're hanging out on their own planet.
Same with like Omega. So it ends now where Omega's alive and an adult, and it's any time between A New Hope and Return of the Jedi. So she's alive and going to be wanting to be a pilot, but yet we never see or hear of her. So you can't shoehorn in stuff that's not part of the story. Like, make it fit somehow.
It fits.
We'll see what happens. The story's not over, right? We know we'll see her again somehow.
I don't know that.
Well, just because she's just not dead. Like, all the dead people come back to life. So the for sure alive people have to have more content.
Definitely show back up.
I think there will be a new kind of like spin-off of some sorts at some point. But
the thing is, the way I see this Bad Batch is like basketball. Okay, think about it. Like, you got a guy like, say, Michael Jordan, who was really good in high school. Then he would, became like a professional player, and everybody knows who he is. That's Luke Skywalker saga. Then you have all these basketball players who are really good on their team. They help their team get to some championship or something like that. And then they never played in college or the pros. So this Bad Batch story is basically those guys.
I get it.
I really like the Bad Batch. It was a good story about family.
Yeah, I just want it to be part. I want it to feel like.
Yeah, you wanted it to have.
This is Star Wars. like.
Would you like?
So Omega eventually does this, or this happens, and I get it. Like.
So now let me ask.
The thing is, what happened to all the clone troopers? They just left that. They left that like after episode 1. They're like, here's some new stormtroopers. Okay, so where do all the other clone troopers go? Did you burn them all? Like, there's no answer to that, and we're not going to ever find that out now.
You can't expect every piece of Star Wars media to answer every possible question under the sun. You can't project your expectations on the creators of new content. You got to take the story for what.
No, Eric's completely right. And what should they start now? They didn't do it with The Last Jedi. They didn't do it with the last sequel film.
Okay, hold on.
They didn't do it with Ahsoka. They didn't do it with Boba Fett. Why start now?
I just think it's an important aspect to Star Wars because George introduced clones, and his clones became what became stormtroopers, and then Dave Filoni wanted to make cartoons about that era in between and not explain the transition. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, and it's important because it's all the bad guys. Like, what happened to all the bad guys that lost their chip, or did they all get their chips removed, or did they all continue to be bad guys?
It's not a guarantee that you're never going to get answers to that, but those answers aren't crucial to telling the story they wanted to tell about this group of like brothers and a sister, like trying to find their way in the galaxy after what like their lives essentially crumbled right with the dawn of the Empire, right?
Yeah, so the reason why you didn't get your answers that you wanted, Rick, is because Chat GPT, when it was writing the scripts, didn't have anything to pull from.
Burns
they have all the legends to pull from. Like, they do. They pull stuff out of legends, and not everyone notices it. But the true nerds, the guys or the people who've read those, small little stories from the 90s, early 2000s, it's cool to see that they're giving callbacks, and I still appreciate that. Dave Filoni and other writers involved in that show, they bring us little Easter eggs and little things that I do like, and I appreciate watching the animation style grow over the 5 or 10 years that Dave's been doing these cartoons, and we kind of see a new advancement of that with this Tales of the Empire cartoon, which, if you don't notice, like they're different characters. Like, so Thrawn this is now a third version of Thrawn for some people to complain about or enjoy. Like there's the original animation style, then they made them live action, and people complained, oh, they don't look the same. And now here's a third one that's neither of those two. It's a brand new one. Same with the Grand Inquisitor. Like there's the first original style we all knew with the long head, and then there's what we saw in the live action that people complained about, and now we got them in animation style again in a whole new kind of style. But it was cool. Like I didn't dislike it because I'm liking the new techniques of cartoon that they're making now. So go watch it. It was a pretty good watch. 30 minutes.
We're talking about this. Mr. B says, just wait for the Omega movie. So when Omega grows up, and because when we see the movie, we'll probably see Omega as an adult, right?
I think if she's alive,
that role was created for Brie Larson.
If she's alive in the Mandoverse, she'll be like Boba's age. She'll be like 40 plus years old because she's 20 something years old, and let's say it's Empire Strikes Back time. So it'll be interesting to see if they bring her in as an action hero at 48 years old.
Do you think that you would appreciate a movie that was made that was happening while all that Empire Strikes Back stuff was going on, like in another part of the galaxy? Would you appreciate a movie like that?
Sure.
There's a lot of content though in the comics that's really excellent, which takes place in between the OT films. So,
and that's my favorite timeline is where those original books took place. The Thrawn trilogy's Heir to the Empire and Shadows of the Empire, which was that time between Star Wars and Empire. Like it's just a great little timeline. There's a few years in there that George, he made a little time jump, much like they did in the Bad Batch. There was times where there was time jumps, right? Originally, when she was in that prison, or in capture somehow, she was there. We saw her for how many days? Like it was like a year or so, and then little time jump. Spoiler at the end of the show, another small little time jump, right? So, yeah, it's. I'm not complaining, man. I enjoyed it for what it was. Like it was cartoons made for people younger than me, but I still watched them.
So like with Eric Swing and what Northern Nomad saying, I will tell you this. I don't want every show to answer all those questions anyways. I want some stuff left open for me to think like, oh, maybe this, maybe that, have my own speculation, and then be able to see another series pop up without having to fit into a box.
I think they will answer a lot of those questions, right? The creators, let's use this one specific example, right? Ventress came back in the final season, right? The creators of the Bad Batch came out and said, oh, you will learn how Ventress came back after the events of I can't remember the title of the book.
In the book where she died, right?
With Quinlan Voss, right? So they said that they would explain that, or that would get explained. They didn't say it would happen in the Bad Batch, but it would get
when.
Right, but it's gonna happen, right? Like there's still a transition of, okay, well, you didn't see Rex come back in the finale and say, hey, like come in and like with the whole squad and get like Cody and whoever else to or Wolf, right, to come back and help out, because you see like Wolf and Gregor and Rex and Rebels later on, so they hook up and go off on that planet in that ATTE, right?
Yeah, just the three guys, right? Rex, Gregor, and Wolf.
Wolf, yeah.
So it'd be kind of, because I enjoyed those characters as part of those Rebels and Clone Wars era. So it's neat that we know their fate, so to speak, right? There's all the stories in between that they're open to tell us that shouldn't really change the story. Like,
I wouldn't be
shouldn't have a robotic leg because of some story that they made up. And
I wouldn't be surprised if we first got Tales of the Jedi that told stories for younger Dooku and then Ahsoka, right? And then we just got Tales of the Empire for Morgan Elsbeth and for Barriss Offee. I wouldn't be surprised if we get Tales of the Clones.
Oh, they could do this forever.
Right? Like where you just get like mini beats to help address like little things. Like, it's been ages since anyone's brought up Barris Offee. Like, what the hell happened to her after she was in prison? We just got, like,
and that was
20 something minutes or 30 minutes of content
that
just
was really
about
good.
that.
I like that free story arc with Barris Offee. It was cool. Like,
so they do it. Like, Lucasfilm has a vehicle for telling shorter stories to answer some of these, like, very specific questions, like, what the hell happened to Yaddle, right? Like, you didn't see her after the Phantom Menace. What's up with that? Okay, watch Tales of the Jedi.
Did we need to, Eric? Did we need to see what happened after the Battle of Yavin? With, do we need to see? Do we need all these stories wrapped up and every side character that had a few seconds screen time?
No, you don't. But I think these extra little stories enriches
the original Star Wars film. Obi-Wan Kenobi makes a throwaway comment about fighting in the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
and the movie moves on, the story moves on, and then us guys were just left using our imaginations to fill in the rest. That's all we had for years.
Yeah.
For now, every single little, like I said, side characters gets a bit of screen time, has to have a backstory and an explanation and an arc.
That's why I don't want to wait 20 years to find out what happens to Omega.
I want to see. I want to see a Star Wars movie about some guy who fought in like that last battle over Endor, who's like a pilot or something like that, and then he treks back to his home planet, and then he has to recover emotionally from having to fight in this war.
I have a theory,
and, like, reassociate himself into regular life. That's what I want to see. A real down-to-earth Star Wars show.
I have a theory.
Okay, go ahead.
That I don't think I've ever said before.
Wait.
I know it's coming.
That was bad timing, right? Oh.
I think Omega will be in the unconfirmed Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron movie that takes place during the A New Hope trilogy timeline. There you have it. There's my Left Coast theory.
Did they scrap
They scrapped that movie, so.
But Patty Jenkins has confirmed it's not scrapped. So
I got a banner.
Was it not set during the sequel era?
I have a banner. Hold on.
But that's where I think she'll show up, because I think she'll be way too old to show up in the Mandoverse.
Where's
in my opinion.
I have a fake news banner. Hold on.
That's for.
It's not a. Is
it a theory? No, that's a theory. That's not
a theory. It's
not a guarantee that Ahsoka's going to be like a starfighter pilot. She might just be like running. Omega. I don't know what I said, but it's not a guarantee that Omega is going to be a starfighter pilot. She might be running boring like supply runs
or be a mechanic.
Right. No, well, she said the rebellion needs pilots. So, I mean, and earlier in the Bad Batch, like season 1, right, when she wanted to fly so bad, you saw the like wonder of her eyes as she went into hyperspace for the first time, leaving Kamino with the Bad Batch.
She's gonna fail at a flight school and end up on a science vessel on a 4-year mission to explore strange new
come on.
What if
what if Omega failed the eye test for the Rebel pilot program and ended up as a mechanical engineer on Echo Base, and she got killed by a Wampet that broke in during Empire Strikes Back? Maybe that's her arc, and that's how we finish.
Maybe she's the one that designs the mechanical hands and stuff that they put on
that everyone needs by this time.
Yeah.
Maybe she runs out of credits and falls in with the wrong crowd and ends up with a band of Jawas.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Omega cross paths with Hera in any future live action Star Wars content, because Omega like met Hera in season 1 and developed a relationship there.
All I know is my original
cybernetic
Omega theories are still valid. Like, they're not, because Omega's not dead. All my theories I ever had about Omega, one being the armor, the other being the Tusken warrior woman, they're still out there. They're still.
I think she goes to Tatooine and
has
and
legs.
and becomes like a surgeon to put mechanical parts on people. Then she builds like
She's working
really
with
cool
Thundercat.
bike with like all this chrome on it, and then starts a Vespa gang.
I
I
don't
did
care
like-
what you guys say. I want a figure for Thundercat in the.
What I
Black
did
series.
like about the Bad Batch, and how it all ended happily and ever after, and all that is like two of them handless, which is kind of cool. But she was sporting the red headband, you know, from Uncle Hunter or Brother Hunter, and she had the little skull tattoo kind of on her uniform there, and I just thought that was pretty cool. Like,
Oh, I didn't notice that she had. Yeah.
another action figure coming your way.
Well, as someone that hasn't seen the Bad Batch, I just want to say thanks, Rick, for spoiling all 3 seasons of it for me in the last year.
You haven't watched the Bad Batch?
I watched season. I think I watched most of season 1.
Okay.
And I have a favorite part from the
It's
new cartoon.
a time issue as opposed to an opinion on the show, by the way.
And it
Okay,
won't
fair
spoil
enough.
it.
So
My favorite part of the new Tales of the Empire was they had the original like Tupperware blue milk containers and one scene there, and I thought, oh, that's cool, man. They animated Tupperware, like, which we haven't really seen since
every time you say blue milk, Eric's gonna take a sip.
that can't be cold.
So
No,
I have a question,
it's cold.
Eric.
I'm gonna be barfing blue milk by the end of this.
Are you gonna keep one of
Don't
those
sneeze.
containers, put some blue paint in there, shake it so the inside gets coated blue, and then keep it on your shelf?
That's
No,
a good idea.
it's a half gallon of milk. Who cares? Like, this isn't collectible.
It could be. Haven't you seen
Am I
what's
the only one
Where's
with like
Helen?
a Jar Jar Binks and Darth Maul pizza box from like 25 years ago?
Yep.
Yeah,
Not okay.
maybe not. Like, there are people who still have the Pepsi cans and whatnot, and I'm like,
Well, I have those too, but that's why I'm asking. Am I
Okay.
the only one that's weird enough that I actually have that stuff? Thinking
Uh,
one day
yeah.
this will be
you're definitely not the only one.
$12.
You're definitely not the only one, but those types of things, I can't imagine.
What about like
many
that?
people
Are you
ever
getting
say.
the Brave New World Happy Meal boxes that they got?
No,
The Happy Meal stuff.
Star Trek.
The Captain America Brave New World Happy Meals are out with the
Oh,
little.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
I
that's what
saw
leaked the Red Hulk.
Oh, I don't think they're out. I
Yeah.
think just marketing images got leaked.
No,
early.
I bought one the other day.
No, there's-
Okay.
They
Yeah.
were there. Yeah, we went this morning for breakfast and saw the ads for it. And I'll tell you, that was the first time I even saw anything for this new Captain America movie. I had no clue it was even coming until I saw the McDonald's
Really?
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I'm curious
crazy.
who the two women superheroes are that I've never heard of before from the Happy Meal toys.
Ruth, they think, is what Shala or whatever, where she's like in the comics, she was a mutant. She was going after the Hulk because she felt like he was taking down her society or whatever. And then I think she's going to end up being part of the Falcons crew or whatever. And then they're going to be going after the Red Hulk. I think that's how they're going to retcon it. This was the display from the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happy
because
Meal
there's a new Falcon guy.
Yeah,
there
there's
he is. It's the guy from the show. It's the guy from the show.
I'll be honest, like we talked about last week a little bit. I'm more looking forward to the Deadpool because of what crazy.
I think everyone is. Yeah.
What crazy characters we could see come back. Like I'm still saying we're gonna see Ed Norton Hulk. All these rumors going around. I'm the only one spreading the Ed Norton Hulk rumor because I think it would be badass.
Dino's saying he saved his blue milk dated 5/5 Revenge of the Sith. It's going to be worth thousands. I actually have a bottle of that blue milk I put in my attic, just so that you know.
Is in the hottest. Make
So
sure it's in the
cold.
hottest. It's in the hottest place. Make sure it's.
I
in
did,
the,
yeah, that's what I did.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not how you
it
make
over.
blue cheese, Vern. Or maybe it is.
Okay, hey, let's do the create. What? Go ahead.
I just want to ask a quick question
Okay, go
because
ahead.
I've heard people. Normally, I'd hear Revenge of the 5th, but I started hearing people say Revenge of the 6th now.
Yeah, I've
No, I
heard
don't
that
know
too.
anything
What's
about that.
so? What do you guys think is more appropriate? Revenge of the 5th or the 6th?
Is that for tomorrow?
Well, it makes
I think it's
more sense.
Return of the
The next
or Return of the
6th
Sith
sounds
or
better,
Revenge.
but 5th is right after. So
Is that
It
for
makes
tomorrow?
sense to be Return of the 5th because if you go out drinking and partying it up on May the 4th, then the 5th takes revenge on you.
Yeah.
See,
I think
down
Mark Hamill knows
here,
all of the answers to that. He does
believe
it
it
for
or
like
not,
3 weeks.
where I live in San Diego, we don't call it Revenge of the 5th. We just say it's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh
We
yeah.
just call it Sunday.
Oh well, I think everywhere else got rid of that holiday.
All right, let's do the creator spotlight of the week.
Please pick me.
So here is the link in the chat. Haha, I had the link ready.
Look at that.
Nice.
For those of you that tell me that I'm never anyway, so it's First Strike Figs over on Instagram. He's about 5,000 followers, but
they
the
are
pictures look pretty
fantastic.
good.
Oh, I like that Hercules one.
Yeah.
That Doctor Doom was
Minotaur.
awesome.
Yeah, the Minotaur grabbing the horns. That's awesome.
So the thing I liked about it was like there's a couple of ones that have like pictures and then have the setup, so you can see.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Picture versus
the
setup.
BTS.
Yeah.
I can't do that because then you would see how messy my place really is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can
I would
see
have
it
to, like,
anyways whenever
airbrush.
you're on a live
I'd
stream.
have to Photoshop out like all the garbage and cat hair.
Oh, that's brilliant. Look at Indy.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Wow.
He's got Ultron all wrapped up with his legs.
I took like 3 photos last week. I hope you guys all checked it out and liked it and shared it and subscribed.
Anyways,
No,
that is,
I don't pay attention to anybody.
First Strike Figs over on Instagram. If you get a chance, give him a follow and check out some action figure photography.
Nice.
Cool gallery.
Rick had a live stream where he made custom action figures, but he didn't take any like advice from people in the chat. He just people said stuff and then he just made whatever he wanted.
I did.
I see.
There's no rules. Like Rebels, no rules. I follow those rules.
I was happy to see you were using acrylic paints instead of enamel paints on your figures.
Come on, check it out. Come on, give me my first ever kit bash. Armored up
job.
Hammerhead with the tealy armor.
Oh, nice.
Love the shading on it. You nailed it.
But now he needs a ride. So my next video, I'm gonna make him a custom. I might have to heal up a speeder bike for him.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Turquoise it up a little. You know what I'm saying?
Who else has a custom figure for this week?
And this guy.
Oh, Headless Bob. I've seen Headless Bob.
He's
before.
trying to figure out what head to put on there because the later versions had that peg thing.
Yeah. I wish they all did. That would make customizing by Rick so much easier. But yeah, this is a snaggletooth feet,
Nice.
Emperor Royal Guard arms, and a Cloud Car pilot body. And I just need a cool alien head, I think. That's
This is supposed to be Rudy Wells from
that's so
$6
good.
Million Man.
Oh,
Those eyes. He looks paranoid.
Have you flocked your Magnum PI stash yet?
No,
Just flock just a stash.
no. But I did
Come
do
on,
this
man.
one.
It's going to go up in value. Yeah, that's so awesome.
yeah,
I'm glad I gave you that idea.
That's cool. Yeah.
Wish I could monetize it somehow.
So I did. The guy did send me another Magnum head. So maybe because the two that I had, one had a really narrow neck, so he just sent me another one that had the wider neck hole because was having trouble. I couldn't Dremel it to get it to fit on it.
So are those cast, Vern, or are they just the actual 3D printed file?
No, they're like some sort of resin. I don't know how he does them. I think he resin prints them individually.
Well, that's what I mean. He resin print them, and then sometimes they'll take them and cast them in other resins.
I
because
think that
plastic's
the guy.
stronger.
I think the guy who does the GI Joe heads has a cast because they don't look super detailed, right?
Okay.
Like I feel like they've lost a little bit. The paint really helps bring out the details, but like this guy's looks like they're individually printed. Like he prints probably like 40 of them or something like that, and then just has them available till they run out.
I'm so interested in the 3D printing stuff, man. It's my next expensive hobby I might want to get into.
I think you should. Doesn't have to be expensive either.
It's so cool, man. I keep begging people to make me stuff, but I can't do that. I just need to make it myself.
There's an interesting little printer. It's only got a 4-inch by 4-inch plate, so it's a small printer, but it's only like $79 on Temu, that Temu app. And I've been curious about, how good is a printer that's $70?
I think if it was $1 from Temu, it's not good.
in a 4x4.
No, hold on. John, let me tell
4x4 block is not. I mean, you could do parts for figures on that.
There's this place, John, where like if you type in like the printer or whatever, there's probably a way that you can see it actually working.
Yeah.
And the kind of quality. I don't know if you ever heard of this place. Yeah, it's called YouTube.
Oh, look at that! Yeah.
Just like it.
And I don't need you bad mouthing Temu. Everything I've bought off Temu has been top quality.
I agree,
stuff.
except for that horse that I got suckered into because of Connor's video.
Yeah, did you?
I think that was Amazon. I got mine on Amazon.
Like they're not allowed to
here at
sell
that
like
time.
actual branded items. It has to be bootleg items. So it's just kind of weird, a weird business practice to me. Like,
It's not. No, it doesn't have to be. Bootleg.
I don't know. My Dino
from Temu. It has to be.
My Dinobots are the exact same as my original Dinobots. I bought the G1 Dinobots, and they even have the 1984 stamp on them.
Isn't
and they
say
Takara.
This old stock from.
They say Takara Tomy on them. They even say Takara Tomy on them. From 19, they're like exactly the same. I even brought the pile. Down to Bits and Buttons. And I said, I brought a whole bunch of Transformers, and I said, can you pick out loose? They weren't in boxes. And I said, can you pick out the ones I bought from Temu and the ones that I bought that I've had since I was a kid? And he went through them, and he put 3 of the Dinobots in the pile that I had since I was a kid. And I was like, those are all the Dinobots are from Temu. And he's like, no way. He goes, I would have sold these as original G1, never knowing.
Was there die cast parts in the Dinobots?
Absolutely, they're exactly the same.
Oh
Absolutely.
my god,
100% exactly the same.
Wow.
And even stores who are supposedly, they do this stuff for a living and check quality and provenance like all the time. They were fooled. They couldn't tell.
Mr. B may be unaware of my Mythic Legions story.
Did you ever get your Legions, Vern?
No, he didn't.
Anyways,
it did come late, right?
Yeah. This is actually from the Lord of the Rings, that original line.
Yeah, those are good horses.
Right? Yeah. And it's like the perfect scale for a 6-inch figure. It's really kind of nice. I took one of the saddles off of my black one. I have it up here. Josh, Captain America, he did these 3D wings back in the day.
Right.
So I made like a flying... Actually, I guess the saddle's still on there, but I had my Black Knight figure sitting on this black horse that has the wings. So
that's cool.
That does look really good. Yeah, Lack was showing off his black Legion horse with the horse Mcfarlane or Vader on it. It looks pretty cool, man.
All right. Should we get into this week's reveals?
Could do.
All right. I know Dan said that he was going to cut out at like about an hour. He's got some celebrating to do, but we're not there yet.
Woo-woo.
Well, I was late, so sorry about being late, but we were still heading back from the Formula One race. So.
Well, it's okay, John. That's why you're way over there on your own.
Yeah. Help me.
All right, I swapped you out. Okay, so these are the toys that are being peddled to us this week and last, because last week we were absent. So I think I just left the ones that I had from last week. And they had some Mega Man figures.
Cool.
Oh, they're cool.
This one in the bottom is giving the Mega Man figures a thumbs down, though.
Yeah.
That's
I remember fighting. Right? I remember fighting the scissor head guy.
Anybody ever buy any of the Mega Man figures so far?
I have Mega Man himself.
Brian picked up a couple from Brian's action figure reviews, and he's really happy with them. He got the Mega Man, and then the Frozen guy, the Frosty guy, one of the end baddies. But he's pretty stoked with them. So
I have the Mega Man. I got the Mega Man that had the blue blast that plugged into his blaster and it shoots out.
And you like it?
Yeah, I do. It's really good.
Is Mega Man in the same universe as Astro Boy?
No, because Mega Man's a video game and Astro Boy was a cartoon.
Okay, I don't know Mega Man.
Yeah, Mega Man's its own thing, but it had even back in the Nintendo and Super Nintendo games days, I think it went up to 10 or 11 games. It just was like a massive franchise and super big hit.
Is the green person Mega Man?
What?
Is that green person's name Mega Man?
No. He was blue.
Or who's
these are the other characters.
It's like the Mario Brothers. You got,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when Mega Man was out, I think what happened at that time for me is I ended up playing this game called Strider. And
Strider was good.
And I
yeah,
love
Strider
that
was
game,
awesome.
So I didn't really get that much into Mega Man. All right. Anyways,
Strider was in the Bionic Commando universe.
Strider.
Was
What about the
essentially-
Psycho Pirate Crisis on Infinite Earths Platinum Edition? What did everybody run right out for this figure?
No.
Anybody? Rick
No.
left the show because he's so upset.
I
about
know he
Psycho
didn't
Pirate.
like it at all. Yeah.
I'm going to buy it right now.
He'll be right back.
All right, they're sold out.
Is it too hard to keep up with all of the McFarlane reveals? Could we do like a whole show just on McFarlane?
Yeah, probably.
Some weeks.
I can watch it.
He gets the stuff out there. He gets the stock on shelves, so we can't knock that, I suppose. But
I spend more than 5 minutes a day posting McFarlane toy news. Like, here's a new release, new reveal, it's on sale now. Like, Jesus, every day, man.
Yes, yeah, every day. And now, if you buy a McFarlane figure, you get a free comic. It's called a page puncher, I guess.
Yeah, aren't the large size ones? I think are like selling once in a while, but those little 2-inch ones,
Yeah, they just sit on the
they're.
shelf.
I think that line is dead.
They're ready for
not
Ross.
for
man.
me, no.
They're all at my Ross's. I think
Check
that
out line stuff.
All right, so who else is in
Holy
for a
crap,
$899
$900?
Robosen Transformers?
This
Flag
looks
Megatron?
so cool.
Yeah, but have
So
you seen
cool.
the video?
Yes. Did you see
He's
the
just
one where the
freaking
lady
awesome.
whispers to the Optimus, and then she tells the Megatron, and then she tells them both to transform, and they both transform up?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I think that was a CNET video or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. The tough thing with this is the Optimus that's scaled to go with this is sold out. So if you didn't get in early on that, like if there's no
like 11 of them.
well, I don't know. If there's no opportunity to get at least both of them together in the future, that'd be a tough proposition. These are super cool though.
They are.
So this will auto transform into a tank then?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it transforms.
Wow.
You
And
tell
what's
it
weird, like between this and the original Optimus one they did a couple years ago, right? It was
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
the same amount of dollars.
Yeah.
The only video reviews I've ever seen from people getting them are like people who got them for free, like Adam
That's
Sandler,
true.
That's
That's
Kevin
true.
Smith.
and
Yeah,
you know,
that's
whatever.
true.
Yeah, I mean,
So like
Kevin Smith
nobody's
did a
actually
review
buying
or
these,
something.
but
who's gonna
okay.
run out? And I can't do that. That would be crazy to me.
No,
A lot of cash.
$900 is like 5 Black Series figures now. So
Oh,
know.
that's
you
true.
couldn't
Several
justify that
has,
for
like
one.
every HasLab in 2 years. Like
that
was
that
gonna
to
say,
me, just so you put it in perspective, that is 9 tanks of gas.
I can't believe your car holds $100 in gas.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, gas is almost $5 a gallon here.
I paid less for a car. Let's put it that way.
Actually, me too. When I
Me
was a
too.
kid, yeah.
Yeah, I think
4
I did
times.
too.
I
Yeah.
think.
Okay, hold on. Which car was it that was under $500?
Mostly Volkswagens.
Okay.
Well,
was
actually, my very first car was a Oldsmobile Omega, and it was absolutely free because the neighbor gave it to me. And
Ford
then I bought a car for $300 when I used that one up.
1984 Ford Escort.
I had a Ford Tempo. That's my other car. And then I got a 1967 Chevy Impala and was like, the coolest kid.
Uh-oh, they found them.
Someone get up. Someone has to wake up.
I've had a Volkswagen Rabbit at one time that I think I paid like $250, $300 for it. It got towed, and I called the tow impound to see how much it would cost to get it back. It was more than what I paid for the car. So I said, yeah, you now own a Rabbit.
Yeah.
I didn't get it because they wanted like $400. I'm like, yeah, no, it's not going to happen.
Who is
right.
this?
So this is some sort of a leaked image of a possible convention exclusive G.I. Joe.
Raptor, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
Raptor was already out.
Or Condor Man.
Condor Man.
It would be Raptor. Yeah, Raptor was
Does he go, caw, caw?
So people are speculating that this might be like Comic-Con exclusive, or maybe even their Hasbro PulseCon, because that's the one that'll come next, right? It'll come in a fancy box like the Mindbender or something like that.
What
Yeah,
is
If you
it?
look
Yeah,
at the board that
character.
comes with them, it's all molded. Where when we got Freedom with Spirit, he had the
Right.
removable wing. So
This
I'm
is
gonna
true.
call fake news on this one. This one is up there with Rick's theories, I think, as a leak.
Is this a
Okay.
G.I. Joe character, like a guy that dresses as a bird?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a guy actually named Raptor, and he had a pet bird, and he had a cape that was. The cape had colors and things on it that looked like wings of a bird that could fold up behind him.
I could
But he could-
totally see them making it.
The
Like,
cape attached to his arms, so he could pull out his arms, and it would look like wings sort of coming out.
Oh,
And
cool.
he was the only guy to know that what Cobra Commander looked like under the mask and in the armored suit. And then one day, Fred, the Crimson Guard, Cobra Commander was talking about giving up his spot, his position, and basically like taking out Cobra and saying like, we don't need Cobra anymore. The world is changed and everything. And Fred actually shot Cobra Commander and then put the armor on and said to Raptor, he said, you're the only one who knows, but Cobra, it doesn't matter who's under the mask. I'm Cobra Commander.
wasn't there already a leak or like a fake reveal of an unmasked Cobra Commander? Like, isn't there a like Lizard Man guy like with tattered up Cobra Commander from the comics that's been now rumored to be a convention exclusive figure later this year?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
In the comic, they showed him.
Cartoons. He looks like the thing.
He's in a
Yeah,
cartoon.
they went back and forth because in the comics, when Fred shot him, he looked like a normal man with a ponytail and glasses. So he wasn't disfigured at all. But the cartoons did go down a different path and made him disfigured underneath the helmet.
Yeah, he's
So
like a
just-
lizard man.
And those
he's
were
a
all
snake
written
guy.
before Chat GPT arrived.
Yep.
All
So
right.
depending on what you do, either the comics or the cartoon, depends on what you feel as Cobra Commander is underneath the mask. He's
Snake
either a
Man.
regular guy or he's a
Like
snake
mine.
man.
All right. So
He
this
looks
is
like me.
this is like a Hot Toys or something, right? The 1/6 scale.
Mafex, I thought it was it?
Mafex,
Oh, is that what it
Is it Mafex? Yeah.
Oh,
I
Mayfax.
think it was a Mafex announcement, which I thought was strange that it's
Just
not the
four
it's
LOM.
not the one from the Kenobi series. I think they're going with the Forlom from
Yeah, that's the OG one
Zuckus.
with a little
Zuckus.
red paint on his chest.
or
It's
Zuckus,
Zuckus.
yeah, if he was Kenner.
So it
But,
looks
uh,
cool. I'm just not. I mean,
The head looks great.
I'm just. not,
It is Zuckus, as John's saying, but I'm kind
No,
of in
it's-
the boat with Lack, where times are changing because 4 LOM is obviously a
A
droid.
droid. Yeah, they obviously mixed it up at
Well, I'm
they did.
okay with this being called either or, but my Kennerness.
But see, then I have a problem with Hu Yang.
I
Because
don't have
why
any
does Hu
problem.
Yang? Why
I
does
don't
Hu
know
Yang
who
have a
Hu
name?
Yang is.
Yeah.
Why
I don't
does
know
he
who
have a
Yang is
name?
either.
He should
I
have a
blocked Hu
droid
Yang from-
designation.
All
my
right, so
knowledge.
this is a no for everybody. How about this 3D printed GI Joe vehicle?
That's awesome.
The-
But I won't buy it.
Another
That was
great
fun.
reason to buy a 3D printer. Stuff
Yeah,
like
this is
right?
this is like somebody that they have 3D prints. You can either buy the STLs and print them yourself, or you can actually get stuff from their shop. I wanted to show it off, but because I thought it was pretty cool if you're trying to upgrade
For sure.
your vehicles and stuff like that. I think is really cool. He also
And they
did
designed
a-
it for 6-inch. They
Yes,
designed
it's
it for
all
6
6-inch.
Yeah.
It is. I wanted to show it off. It says S3D Toys. That's their website, s3d.com.
Oh, I've seen them before.
you can
I've
get the
actually run
STL
across that
files.
logo.
for
from
the Jet
something.
too, which is pretty awesome. And that's
Holy
the Jet.
crap,
Six
that
inch
is
scale
nice,
Jet,
like,
wow.
it's in-
Wow.
Wow.
It's big. It's big.
Gotta
I
be.
just
Yeah.
wanted to show that off.
I wonder how far we could throw that.
Well, that's a classified vamp.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the stamp. Yeah. For the
Would John be able to print that on his 4x4 T-Move 3D?
Right?
printer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. No.
No,
No.
he wouldn't be able
Lego
to.
piece by
months
Lego
later.
piece by Lego piece by Lego
Any,
piece.
anyways, yeah, I think it's cool that you have people that are out there doing this. I mean, I know
Oh,
that
for
like
sure.
you got the toy companies like Ramen and stuff like that. And I know he was getting some grief because that Ramen racer hasn't like shipped yet. But he said the first batch is like on a boat. And what people don't realize is when you're shipping stuff from China to the US, even Hasbro, they don't come on an airplane. It comes on a ship in a container. And that
Yeah.
ship takes
8 months.
8 weeks.
some time to get here. And then it's got to get offloaded and cleared. So there's time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they
Um,
gotta take out all the sealed brown bags of stuff.
Yeah, because they also put contraband in the same
What?
the same thing. So
No.
You're kidding. That doesn't
Hey, it
happen.
doesn't.
Especially
No.
in America.
Kid.
That does not happen, John. That is a rumor, bad rumor. Anyways, so this,
check your figures for drugs. Is what John's saying.
That's why we all sniff them, Eric.
I have not seen this Ninja Turtle. So now,
No, but this is cool.
And
new Ninja Turtle wrestlers.
Oh, he's a wrestler, is he?
So now this is a new crossover thing that's going on.
Yeah.
How come the Ninja Turtles? So now the Ninja Turtles have crossed over with everything except Star Wars. So
And-
when is the
And
Star
G.I.
Wars?
Joe, they have not done G.I. Joe yet.
As
When
soon
is
as
the Star
Playmobil
Wars
gets
G.I. Joe?
cross licensed, they'll do it. Watch.
So this is actually kind of cool, though, right? I mean,
Oh, I
if I
like
see
it,
one of
Cool
those-
if you're a Ninja Turtle and wrestler fan for sure.
I just got the. Oh, I guess it's not Ninja Turtles, is it? I got the Stranger Things He-Man one.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
was
there's
really
another
cool.
one that's a crossover too. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like crossovers. I think it's fun, man. Like,
yeah. So they're cool. Anybody else? Anybody else getting this thing?
You know, if I saw it and it was not super crazy expensive, I'd probably get it.
Yeah.
Especially if they
did
do
like
a Hulk
Mr.
Hogan.
T one.
If they do a Mr. T one or a Hulk Hogan, I would get those. Yeah, definitely.
They look cool. All right, and then Valaverse has announced today their 100th. It's not even their 100th figure; it's their 100th
The first
product.
figure.
But what I'll do is let me show off their 100th product first. I do want to show that.
That's a cool helmet. The new guy.
Yeah. So this is the new one. Hold on. Sure. Is it sharing?
Bone breaker or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy. Yeah.
Bone collector.
Bone
whatever.
collector, yeah.
So they have two versions. They have that bloody version, then they have the non-bloody version.
Lead version. Oh.
And what he said was is going to come in a box where you can't see the figure. It's going to be like the Special Ops Condor. It's going to be in a plain cardboard box. And you're not going to know which version you're getting. There's just going to be some of these bloody versions mixed in. And it's going to be like a scavenger hunt kind of.
There's only 100 of them I saw, right?
Yeah, to get the one you want. So
Blind
it's
bag chase.
yeah. So it's a little bit like there's the clean version, there's what the bloody version. I mean, I guess if you don't get the bloody version, you just get some red paint and splatter it on your dude, and you can have your own one of a kind bloody version.
But you know what sucks? You know what sucks is everyone knows that a sealed box is worth more than one that's open. But the only way to find out if you got the bloody one is to open it, and then it devalues the figure, even though it's limited to 100.
How do you, do you know they're sealed? Have you ever bought a Valaverse box?
These are made to be opened
Yeah.
and played with. He said
Yeah.
that from day one. So
Yeah.
Maybe they're like Funkos and they don't put pieces of tape on their boxes.
Oh,
the
okay.
Special Ops Condor came in the same box that he was showing off. It's like a plain cardboard. It just says like Valaverse on the outside or whatever, Action Force on the outside and stuff like that. So
But good for him. I'm glad it's still going, and he's proven some haters wrong, and some people thought he'd fail miserably, and it looks like he's been quite successful with this toy line.
yeah.
So
So
hopefully he gets all the international distribution figured out for like the folks like Connor who've had some issues getting them. Like,
right.
if he needs a big distributor in UK or in Australia or wherever, hopefully he gets figured out, because that's basically a part of his business. Like, it's no one else's worry; it's him. He's got to. People at his company got to figure that out.
Yeah.
Well, I will say
Worldwide.
I never had an issue getting the stuff. In fairness, like nothing's ever gone missing. If I've ordered it from his website, it's arrived. It's just that if I order it, I have to pay the $8 shipping to a US address, and
Gotcha,
then
yeah.
if another company ships it over here, that cost me $16, and then they are linked with the post crowd here, so it gets hit for customs. So you're paying 23% on the value of the product. So
Yeah, I
it
get
was
you.
just costing a fortune, but it was just the cost involved as opposed to anything else. I did see these reveals. I'm pretty impressed with them, and
Yeah.
I like the fact that they've gone with a new vest. I think it's cool to see that the vest he's been using was brilliant, but it was nice to get a fresh look to them. I'm really impressed with them, so I'll probably pick these ones up. I didn't get a lot of Wave 4. I do have 2 here and I have another one on the way, so I'll probably do the same with these. Wait maybe till they're in Big Bad Toy Store, because the shipping is $8 international. So
Right. It's just flat.
Connor,
Yeah.
Connor, if you buy more than one at a time, does that shipping cost go down per unit? Or
Yeah,
is
so
it always 8 plus 16 plus the
Flat rate.
V8 plus the VAT?
yeah, so the VAT will be on the value, whatever that is. But
Okay.
so that's what was happening. So I was picking up a couple of figures, and they were costing me the 8 to 16, so it was kind of costing 24 shipping. But if I was to order 7 figures, the shipping would still be the same.
Ah,
So-
So
okay.
your VAT would still be
Right.
But your
Yeah,
VAT is
that's-
higher because it's value.
That's where I
Yeah.
was getting hammered then as well, and the customs. Yeah,
I think Sonny is the one guy in the chat who collects all of the Valaverse. I think he's
He
the
does. He is like
number one fan.
he is to Valaverse like Jonathan is to Super 7. They got their secret collections. Anyways, this is
Jonathan loves the
supposedly
secret stuff, don't mind him.
their head guy, their leader of the pack type of dude. He's permanently got 2 heads, one with a cigar shoved in his mouth, which is kind of cool, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I do like that lever action rifle with the short handle. Looks really cool.
Yeah.
The jacket
Um,
looks good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall this one looks pretty decent.
It's cool. I'm
You
just
said
not an
you only
army
want one
guy.
of
I'm
it.
not.
What?
You know, I like the big dude. Yeah, the big dude I like.
Yeah.
He just needs a big beard.
I think they got another guy that's going to be even bigger coming.
Well, that
Um,
you just flashed through the picture really fast.
Oh,
He's-
I'll
he's
keep
big
cool.
going. I'll keep going. I was trying
I
to
like
go back
these
there.
helmets and the sword. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so the
that's pretty cool.
helmet's cool with this guy. This guy is, yeah, he's a little bit different. I do like him.
again, another new vest on this guy as well. So
Yeah.
when I saw him initially, I wasn't. He looked a bit futuristic looking for me, for my tastes, but he's kind of grown on me. I like the paint apps on the belt look pretty awesome. Like I said, it's a new belt, so yeah, I think I'm pretty much all in for this wave. when
Yeah.
Just
when it
reading
gets released.
Jonathan's comment while you have this picture up, because this is a cool samurai looking dude, like it would be cool to see this figure decked out in flashy, like back metal gold and red and like some real cool colors. Because
I can
Talking
see
about
that.
the watch
Maybe-
out colors.
maybe a variant down the line.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm digging samurai stuff lately, like Shogun.
Yeah.
John Byrne.
Yeah.
And then this is the
Yeah, this is the big dude.
yeah, the big dude. I
Cool.
wish
I like
kind
the
of that he came with like a
He needs a
unbeanied head.
yeah.
Like, without
No
the
way.
beanie
You
would
need
be nice.
beanie.
He
But
needs
We
a
call
big
him
machine gun though. He needs like something more than that sub.
no, because he's so big, he's going to go hand to hand.
It's a pretty big
Oh,
machine
I
gun.
see.
I think
He
that's
is the weapon.
Yeah,
like those look like shotgun shells on his wrist. On his
they
forearm.
do. Yeah, they do.
And they didn't
Yeah, so
capture
this
it
is
here,
a new buck.
but the base, the little Action Force, the stand is a little bit different with this guy, which is
Yeah,
kinda-
like dirt.
Yeah, new molding on those as well, which is nice.
so.
I just think these are a lot of fun. These figures, they're just a lot of fun to play with and mess around with. So
Yeah, that's true, Mike. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
All right, and then the way he did that was, and then also there's some weapons packs and stuff like that get in. That's how he gets to the 100. That's the one I showed off earlier. That's
I got you. It's 100 set.
Yeah, 100
Yes,
items, not
yeah.
100 figures. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and
This
then
is
did everybody
cool.
rush over to Shop Disney today to
I
their
looked at it.
custom-
I thought about it, man, but
Yeah, this looks cool.
it
What's
would have
this?
cost
I
me
didn't
more
see
than $100
this.
bucks.
Yeah, 50
Wait,
bucks.
how much is it?
50 US plus shipping plus tax plus
Yeah.
the Mickey Mouse fee and all that stuff. So I
It's just called Power Force instead of Power of the.
These
yeah,
are
they're,
like
they're about 8. The C3PO is almost 9 inches tall, so it's like a doll.
Huh.
Basically like a doll.
Okay.
And the R2, I don't. They're both electronic. His dome is just
It's weird, yeah,
Hard
but
body.
Yeah.
He's narrow. He's narrow
Yeah.
and long. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like they're
It's
like,
weird.
oh, we can make it look like the Kenner R2D2, but
Fail.
we're
But
not
not-
allowed to, so we have to make him look super deformed or something. It's a
They
fail,
had
but
they had the Star Tours talking droid too. That one looked really interesting to me. I almost got that one.
There's a better version of that, Vern.
Yeah, my brother has
done
it.
it. Yeah.
He keeps telling me I got that one.
the coolest thing at Shop Disney today was that Clone Trooper helmet that's not made by Hasbro for
Oh, I didn't-
$99.
I didn't pull a picture of that.
Yeah.
But,
you guys clearly don't have any of the newer GI Joe figures. If you think that, Sonny, because they're fine. The accessories now are pretty good. Some weapons have 4 different colors on them, and they've got
You mean for
attachable
weapons?
Yeah, and they've got it.
Years
They're
They've got
plastic, John.
they've got
plastic and no missing.
they got magazines that unclip and clip back in. They got silencers that can pop in and out. They got the sights that pop on and off. So I mean, they're really.
I think what he's talking about is something like this, where you got the M16 or whatever, but it's made out of like that soft plastic, so the barrel comes out of the box with a bend. And
as someone who likes to throw a couple of figures in his pockets when he's bringing the dog out for a walk, just in case he wants to take a picture, I've had other companies' weapons snap in my pocket when
because they're hard plastic. Yeah.
So as much as everyone gives out about the bendy Hasbro GIJOE ones, I've never had one break on me. Yeah, they come a bit
good point
warped, and you have to heat them and straighten them, but I've never had one break on me like other accessories that I've had in my. Now, granted, they're not designed for shoving in your pocket.
This is true.
I've never had a breakage or a damage with a Hasbro Classifieds accessory, so I will say that for them.
Yeah, I do have some rifles from Valaverse where the tips are gone now.
Just tip.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, then the Battle Droid has a singular release.
Nice.
Yeah, this is hot. This is we needed. There's so many prequel fans out there. Now, I'm not big into buying the clones, but I know plenty of collectors that are. So I'm so stoked for collectors to finally get this guy in their hands.
Yeah, this is such a good figure. I mean, this is the one that came in the 2-packs.
Yeah,
it has the weathering and whatnot. But,
yeah, that's cool.
The weathering. But does
he not have the blast effect, Eric? Does he come with a blast effect?
He does not. No,
that's unfortunate.
But I picked up 2 of the plain ones that came out today. This figure is so good. This is probably the best droid that Black Series has ever released. Period.
That's pretty good. So this is the Disney Park, Disney Store.
Yeah, the 187th
purple stripe.
Mace Windu's.
So it looks pretty cool, man. Like just as good, if not, equal to like a Black Series helmet. So like we talked about this before. Disney, Lucasfilm, they don't need Hasbro. Like they can produce 100% of their own toys, merchandise. They own their own toy factories, for crying out loud. So like they could,
they don't have distribution
the middleman
chain models built, unfortunately.
So this is kind of a new thing. Like I wonder if this is going to be a new thing. Like lately,
I can't imagine this is
buckets for all these things. But maybe
I can't imagine this is of the same quality as the.
Yeah, you need to really
the Hasbro
exact same price.
Well, you need to be able to hold on to it to see if it's the same quality. You can't.
From my experience, anything I've ever got from Disney parks has been superior quality. Everything, my lightsabers.
The lightsabers, no.
The lightsaber I have, the Rey Anakin Skywalker removable blade lightsaber, is 10 times better than the master replicas and Star Wars Black Series saber of the same design is, in my opinion.
They haven't. So to be fair, the Black Series one or the Hasbro one, they haven't released the Graflex saber in the Force Effects Elite line yet. That day will come at some
Not
point.
with the removable blade. They made
but when they do that, it will be better. I guarantee it.
Yeah. All right, and then of course the Enoch with the electrical tape stormtrooper.
That's right. Yeah.
This is slick. I like
this in Walmart Christmas time.
Oh my gosh, this is actually a really cool set. I
cool set, not for me, but it is a cool set. I'm glad it exists for guys that want it.
And I like the artwork in the background. If they released this 3 months ago as a pre-order, I probably would have for sure, like when the Ahsoka show is still on, I probably would have for sure been on board. But I've lost interest since then. Like it's not characters I may not ever see again in any version or form.
You're gonna see them again.
Really have interest in them, as cool as they are.
Enoch went with the ship with Thrawn, so he's gonna come back.
Do you guys think?
Way, man. There's 3 movies before this comes out.
Do you guys think we're either going to get additional night troopers that look a little bit different than the one that's packed
I
here
hope
with
so.
Enoch? And do you think we're going to get zombie death troopers like the one with you see his chopping face?
Have you seen the photos Hasbro took of this set and the 4-pack of 3.75? They took one photo purposely while they're like posed like zombies. So I don't think they're going to add battle damage to it, but I bet you they release that trooper again with a different color helmet.
They should put that night trooper in a blind box and have 4 different versions, and you just don't know what you're getting when you get them.
Yeah,
when you get home and open it up, it's somebody bought barbecue over at Ross.
Or it'll be a Marvel Legends female figure you didn't want.
Or do
you guys have to deal with that in the States.
The Army Builder packs, like the Phase 2 clone and B1 that came out. They could just throw those in a super tiny box like what they did. And that
was a small box. I was quite surprised.
Yeah.
What I don't get,
these are definitely getting single releases though. So
yes,
there'll definitely be another Night Trooper and a variant coming out in the future.
Because they've almost figured out army building and what I think most collectors want. And I think if the next slide is the Rebel pilots little army builder, okay, I'll wait till you get to there then, because I think they made a mistake with that. I don't know where they're going. There's 4 characters that don't exist and no one's ever heard of.
So the thing is with the pack, though, this is what, like 44, right? 44.99 or whatever,
something like that.
Yeah. So it's actually a little bit cheaper than buying 2 individual figures. So
I noticed that. So you're saying $44,
$44.99 American.
It's listed here.
It'll be 99 in Canada.
€52 here, which is again is cheaper than 2 single figures.
Yeah. So
I did notice that when I got the emails today that they have knocked off a few quid on the prices, which is a welcome to collectors.
Yes.
And Walmart botched the time for posting these as well. Thankfully, you can still get them now, I bet. But I was up at like 4 a.m. watching Tales of the Jedi, and I saw a Yak Face post saying, "Hey, these are up on Walmart now." I'm like,
right, Eric. I was up watching Tales of the Jedi. I remember those Mervin's commercials.
Or Tales of the Empire.
Open. Eric was on his computer. Refresh.
I watched Tales of the Empire at like 4 p.m. yesterday, as it was midnight somewhere in the world.
It was. Yeah. It was. All right. So the next slide is Darth Sidious, I guess.
I love this. I think this is fantastic.
I honestly can't believe with what we've seen recently from Hasbro with all of the, less and less accessories, less details in accessories. We not only got an awesome Darth Sidious figure, it comes with the lightsaber, but you also get the shock. Yeah, you also get those.
But do you know why, Eric?
Because they've been skipping on other figures.
Because underneath that robe, there's no body. It's just a peg.
It's a popsicle stick.
Couple wires.
What I think is straight repaint from the other Palpatine figure, but we get the molded. I love the molded hood on this guy. So
I was about to say the opposite of that. Like the only Bantha Poodoo thing about this figure is it is a molded hood and not like. It's all soft goods except for a plastic.
But it's hard. It's hard to get some of those hoods to sit right.
The hood is my favorite part of this.
That probably got 99 figures that have a soft goods hood.
No, that fabric hood I got on that other one, the one that came with this throne, is so hard to get it to look perfect.
Otherwise, it just makes him look like a doofus, and he's supposed to be the big bad of the. Yeah,
this just looks awesome.
I don't know. I got my cloth one to look perfect. So
I have no problem with it. I've never had a problem with the cloth hood. Like I prefer.
You guys just don't know what you're doing.
Fake plastic it's a cheap way of making this figure
available. It's just a cheap way to go because cloth.
It's not cheap because they're giving you the soft goods, so they have to cut the soft goods to place the plastic over it. So I think
this cost so much more because they had to integrate the plastic with the crummy cloth goods.
I think they should have picked one or the other. It should be all plastic or all cloth.
I think they did a pretty good balance with this. I think if they could have made the hood perfect, obviously soft goods would have been preferred. But this isn't that. I think the big question mark I have with this is that hood removable, and how much can you twist the head?
No, I think it's
I bet
probably
you the hood is
molded in one
100%
piece.
removable. I bet it just like lifts right off of his head.
You know, it might, and that might have been their thought process. If that hood is removable, then you can do the scene where he's laying down.
Every scene. He's in every scene except one with no hood on.
So this outfit,
yeah, but that's what I mean. You could
Like,
do the one. You could do the one where he's laying down and he's shocking.
Well, that
Mace
without
Windu,
his
you
hood.
know?
he's
Without
wearing
the hood.
he's wearing something different when he battles Dooku. This is the outfit he's wearing when he fights
When he
Yoda.
goes to the Senate pod. When he walks onto that
okay.
Senate pod and he pulls his hood down.
So you mean to tell me that when Mace and Kit Fisto and those other guys showed up and fought him and he blasted him
they
out the
fought
window,
him? I thought they all got wiped out instantly.
and he blasted him out the window. From that moment, he walked to the Senate chamber, and in between there and there,
Yeah.
he changed clothes.
Yeah,
He went,
yeah.
he went, hold on.
Yeah.
He went, hold on, Yoda. We can't
And he
fight
put
yet.
on a
I gotta
hood
go
to hide
change
his
clothes.
securities.
He needed to
John, you just said the window was smashed out. He was cold. He put on a cloak. What can I say?
He had to change. He had Mace Windu's blood all over him.
I guess so.
But it's cool. I know it's a character.
He's old. He would have
that
caught a
people
chill.
wanted for a long time.
I think this thing looks awesome. I really appreciate the
Do it.
plastic hood. I know we all kind of disagree on soft goods and stuff like that. I do like it much better than that soft goods hood because it's like you got to mess with it. And
Yeah.
this
Even
one,
just-
I'm not
You
going
look
to
at
have
the
to mess
artwork
with
on the side of the box. You see the hood, how it kind of covers his eyes. Like that's how it's supposed to be. Like
Well, then
Yeah.
you just take a picture from above a little bit.
Well, not when he's fighting Yoda. I mean, you see his face when he's fighting Yoda.
yeah, because he's not wearing a hood.
All right.
My green friend.
All right.
I didn't pre-order anything.
I think the bottom line is everybody's going to get this figure.
Oh yeah.
No, I only got the three. I only got three.
Again, this is
Yeah,
hot.
now
I got-
you will
I
have
got
this
three
in your
battle droids. I got three
John,
battle droids.
John, look at me. You will have this in your collection.
I think I'm gonna order this figure right now for some reason.
There you go.
You're really gonna sleep on that, John?
Oh yeah, I only ordered the B2 battle droid. That's it.
Now, I did not do a. This is the only picture for this 3-pack. I didn't have Maul because, man, the digital render just looks hilarious to me. But anyways,
I think this is a cool looking set though.
it is
Yeah.
a cool set. The
This
fact that
is
you're
an
going to get
awesome
these three
set.
figures for a little bit less than if you were to buy them individually is like a good.
No,
I think if you didn't already have these three, like I already have these, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get them, even though they're new sculpts. But
They're not new
I think
stuff.
if you
Well,
if you
Maul,
didn't have them-
Maul is new. I think the only thing new you get with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are the robes.
Yeah,
The only thing new in this 3-pack is Maul's soft goods robe. The rest are repacks.
but
his
if you
body.
didn't, if you didn't,
His face.
if
His
you didn't
body
get
is the
these,
original Maul body.
my point is, if you didn't get these before, this is a great way to get them.
Yes, I
100%.
like the
Okay,
soft
good-
goods
good
on
call,
Maul,
John.
but I'm not going to get it just for that. I don't think.
Rick,
It
look at
has
me.
to be an
Look at
updated
me, Rick.
head
You
for
will have this in your
Obi-Wan.
collection.
And look at Obi-Wan's knees. Those are the new legs.
We're
This-
talking about the soft good robes.
Yeah.
I think these soft good robes look like trash.
Oh, no,
They
no,
look
Rick.
like I sewed
These
them
are
with
the-
one
you
eye
know,
glued
These
shut.
are the best soft goods robes that I've seen.
No,
So-
the Emperor's robes are way better looking. They got seams.
are.
Do we
So-
see a theme
The-
here?
The Maul will get single packed though. I'm not sure if it will
Maybe.
have the soft goods. No, it will because you saw it. You saw in the side panel art the red lightsaber and like baggy pants. In
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Anakin or Padme. I threw out all the boxes, but yeah, the only character that would have had something like that would have been Maul, and now you see a new Maul. They're going to single pack that Maul. It's just unclear if it's going to be a little bit different in the single pack.
I can
Like-
see it. I just don't see why they would need to release these again because they've released them. But how many times do you need to buy Qui-Gon, Eric?
So
Well,
the
you don't
Obi-Wan-
need to,
the
but
Obi-Wan
how many
Times
figure
have they
is-
released them.
They're making
But-
these for your generation.
But but they've done this before. Like recently
Yeah.
with the was it the Cobb Vanth and Cad Bane 2-pack, right? Like they single pack that same exact Cad Bane just a little bit later on with a different head sculpt, right? And no blast effects.
This 3-pack is listed for €80 over here, which is a real discount on 3 figures. So this is a real affordable way for collectors to either catch up with all 3 or even 2 of these characters that they don't have.
That's good for the community.
I'm excited to get the new Maul with the soft goods. I strongly believe that's a new face sculpt or face paint on Obi-Wan. So I think there's updates in this. I think it's good value. I think it's a good pack. I'm giving it a hot. I'm definitely getting it.
I agree with Connor.
It's GameStop exclusive.
I heard Rick was saying, like, how many times do we need this? And I think we've had this like argument over and over again. And I always take the other side, like, why do we need to have another this or that or whatever? But like this time, I'll do the advocate side. Yeah, it's the same reason why there should always be a stormtrooper on the shelf. There's always going to be somebody new coming into collecting and stuff like that, so they need these. And you know what? This is a decent pack. If you don't have that original Maul where you could like take off his long robe and put on his other head, so you have like the 2 versions, then you do need something where you can do a transitionary Maul.
I think for marketing purposes, they could have named it the Duel of the Fates pack.
That's weird. He didn't do that. I'll give
that's true.
Or have a cool picture on the back. Maybe it does. I don't remember. I don't think it was a cool picture. It was just a picture.
You know what?
But a cool picture of that fight or something.
I dare you to go on
artwork.
I dare you to go on Instagram, go to Mr. Stevie, look for his post on these, and just put that in the comments. Hey, for marketing purposes, why didn't you call the Duel of Fates pack? And see what he says.
I leave enough comments on Mr.
You know what's also weird with this is
I got a quota every day, Vern. Come on.
They botched the. See you, Dan.
Bye, Dan.
See you, Dan.
See you, Dan.
Have fun.
Take care.
Have a birthday.
Thanks. I'll let her know.
No, not for me.
You know what's weird about this too was Hasbro kind of botched the communication on where this pack was going to be sold in the States. They said it was going to be on Pulse, and then found out it's a GameStop exclusive in the States. I'm not sure where you get it.
What's the price point on this one? Does anybody know?
Yeah, I've got it. I can pull it up.
I believe it'll be $99 Canadian.
No, it's
$59 American.
I think it's 60.
Yeah, I think it's like $59.99.
Cheaper in
$59 American, so that translates to 4,000 Canadian. Like,
because I think it's like $5 off of what you would expect at $75. I think it was like $59.99 or.
Now I would ask everyone.
It was 70. Yeah,
get this from your
$69.99. $69.99.
It's cool. It'll be a nice size box. Like this box compared to that box you showed off, Eric, of your Battle Droid and clone. This will be like 8 of those boxes, like stacked. Like if you remember, like there's not been a lot of 3-packs of Black Series, as far as I know. A couple of Marvel Legends, so we kind of have the idea what 3 Marvel Legends.
That's what I said, Joseph.
Yeah, this is more like the desert spot. But I have a question. So when we saw Maul in the desert wearing that robe, he jumped on a speeder and was like and drove away. So do you think there's any chance we could get a Black Series size of that speeder?
I'd love that.
No, John, no, that's
almost
highly
that'll probably.
Everyone talked at once. I couldn't hear it.
Now would be the time. If they were doing it, it would be now. Not
but it's highly unlikely we're going to get any more vehicles.
You're going to get that speeder. It's going to be the Black Series HasLab that they're going to announce later this year. It's going to be that speeder. It's $449.99 base price. It's going to come with a carded Salacious Crumb figure and a Gamorrean guard.
Even though they weren't in that scene at all.
The Bandai Model Company have a 6-inch scale speeder that would be a good supplement for that. This I don't like at all. Like,
here's the pilot. 2 aliens, Dexter and somebody else.
2 females. And
so they always did pilots in they always mixed in the pilots in the Saga series, back in the Legacy series for 3 3/4 inch. So there is a lot of love with the 3 3/4 inch collectors for the different X-Wing pilots. So I think this is a cool set for them, and I think it'll do well.
And I like that one of them is a Duras because they showed one of those guys in the video games. Remember the what was the game?
Yeah,
most people
was it Battle Was it Battlefront? Yeah,
it was Battlefront 2.
Yeah, I liked
God,
that.
what was the guy's name?
I just don't like them. They're all the exact same body. They're
Yeah,
four
they are.
characters that don't even have names, so they don't exist in Star Wars, in Empire, in Jedi, in A Force Awakens, in Force Awakens 2, and in Rogue One. In any Star Wars cartoon or movie, these characters do not exist.
Well, we just said the one exists in a game.
Yeah,
but anyway, I would have.
The character's name was Shred.
They're selling these figures to people who like Star Wars and the history and the characters. So we could all name 4 pilot characters' names that we would like to have in a pack like this. And Vern's holding up one of them right there. Like there's him, there's Wedge, there's Dak, there's Zach, there's all Porkins. We can name off 40 different pilots, and which are none of them are these people.
Do you know why you're not going to have
those characters should be carded.
Wait, do you know why you're not going to have Dak in there?
He's dead?
That's right, because he was a snowspeeder pilot who died.
And he was already a single carded TVC.
Different color boot. That's the only difference is gray boots.
Yeah.
Well, and
but I think I would have done a Twi'lek instead of the green girl, the green alien.
That might have been a little bit more appealing.
Because there has been a few Twi'lek pilots, and we could use an updated one in the Vintage Collection series. So
yeah,
but you're not going to get any of those names. You're not likely to get like those. I don't think the TVC crowd wants named characters in these army building packs.
From what I've seen, the TVC crowd do not want these figures at all.
But I do.
Kidding me? I would buy these. I would buy one
an episode.
You don't have to buy them.
I want to.
Yeah, I'm going to buy one pack of these. But I buy one pack of every army builder pack because I like these. I think they're great ideas.
I want one episode of the next season of Mandalorian to follow one of these pilots as they left the Battle of Endor, went home, and had to deal with reintegrating into their.
Yeah.
My favorite on these army builders is the box. I'm a huge fan of line art and that kind of design on packaging. But what I don't like is they draw. Let's put 10 characters in a box.
They give you 4
in it.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not even any of the characters that are on the box. All those characters in the box are not what's in the box.
Hold on.
Well, one of them. He's right there. The one on the end at the bottom right is. Yeah,
I think there's a Blackwood. There's a black dude in there. Like, where's the black figure?
Yeah,
I don't get it, man. And I know marketing and stuff, and you put what's on the package, what's in the box.
It is a bit misleading.
You can't put the opposite of on the box what's in the package. I don't know. All right. That's why these aren't at retail. You couldn't sell this at retail,
right? Because of strict Canadian law.
You guys have laws like that in the States too.
All right. What is this thing? A gentle giant something? I thought this guy had the stick in his mouth, but it's just in front of his face.
It's if you go on eBay, this is green and yellow slug figure guy.
And why did
and then you will get a $300 or $400 action figure for $5 because the person mislabeled it.
Because Gentle Giant has to finish the 92 before Hasbro does.
Yeah,
and they're closer.
Okay.
This is $99 and it's available for pre-order now at Gentle Giant, exclusive to Gentle Giant.
And then you get a coin.
I never liked this figure. I can't believe it goes for so much money nowadays.
This will be a cool jumbo figure. This is
2 figures I never liked.
They're so close to pumping out like Jabba, all these other creatures now. One day.
All right, that's cool.
They did a live stream yesterday, and I asked them questions, and they didn't spill any beans.
That's too bad. And then the Gree and the Yoda, which are sold out before the members, so they must have had 8 of them available for pre-order.
They came back.
I got 2.
They're in stock now?
No, I said I got 2
later when.
Oh, cool! Thanks, Eric, for grabbing me one.
Are they only? Were they only on Pulse or?
No. So this is the same situation as
this year.
Yeah, it's the same situation as the Mace Windu and 187. They have limited availability on Pulse now. That's gone. It may come. They may have more stock like they did with the Mace 187 pack a bit later on Pulse, and then they'll have a ton on Shop Disney, and you'll be able to find if you're in the Disney parks, you won't be able to take 10 steps without seeing one of these.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, luckily I don't have to worry about that because Eric got me one.
Because I need it. I need it for the Yoda. I can't have the Yoda collection without this Yoda. So I have.
I like it, but I think again, it's not based on the movies. It's based on a comic book that not everyone knows, and I think it's a fail.
I think it's obviously since it's sold out. I think it's a 100% pass.
It's sell out. It's not even been injection molded yet. It's not been made. It's
sold out.
Away.
So they're still in stock on.
It doesn't exist yet. It's a rendering.
So they're still in stock on Hasbro Pulse EU. So do you need me to get one?
No. My brother will get me one from the Disney parks, unless he's not talking to me at that time. Yeah.
Like John, I like the Yoda and the two different heads. I just think the Gree should be that camouflage Gree we know from.
You're right. It should be. Yeah.
Well, that setting that aside, the reason I had to get two of these was so I could get that Yoda twice, so that I could have Yoda fighting Palpatine.
For sure.
Got, and then I wanted to use another Yoda sitting in the chair.
Sure.
Now,
come on! Don't
Yoda and a chair.
See now do I need to get two of these?
You can send me the Green. You can send me.
Do you think this Yoda will get released on his own with the chair now?
And John, you also need to get Sidious to go with it.
Yeah. John, you will need to get our Sidious.
Come with two heads, though. I'm a little disappointed it didn't come with like a Sheev Palpatine head, and then the damaged Emperor head, as we kind of know him after Mace Windu attacks him, because he wears the same outfit.
No, it's not the same outfit.
Kenner did it back in the day, or in the 90s. Two heads, swappable heads, whatever it was.
Is Eric and Left Coast going to have an argument?
No. We agree on most things.
Was there? Yeah.
Hi, Connor.
To answer your question, Connor, no, not right now. It's fine. I will hedge my bets and hope I get.
You're not going to counterpoint him, Eric?
No, I'm just trying to pull up the costume that Palpatine wears in his office.
Oh, okay, hold on.
But do you remember when Hasbro did the 3 3/4 Emperor? You like pushed a button in his back or something, and his head turned around, and it was evil
and counterpoint.
Emperor, and you push it again, and it was regular Sheev Palpatine head.
Eric will be dispelling Left Coast Graphics' theory of whether or not those are the correct action figures.
You need a very much longer name for this segment.
Yeah.
You break it down to ITPKSPN.
None of the pictures. I don't think we could play the film.
Probably not.
Yeah. There aren't very good stills online that illustrate this.
It's a cool looking clone. I'm a clone lover. It looks cool.
But he for sure doesn't have that like top hat. Like, so when he's fighting Mace Windu, right? He doesn't have that shawl over his shoulders, right? And he definitely doesn't have the hood up.
Yeah, kind of like Dooku like throws off his cape when he's about to do some battles too, right? I think it's similar overlay of costumes.
All right. Okay, so everybody's going to get this set eventually, right?
Hopefully, eventually, yeah. I have confidence they'll get it on the second run.
Yeah,
Connor's going to order a whole bunch,
or at Disney Park, because if they're going to show up at Disney parks, they'll probably end up getting it.
I like Mean Face Yoda. He's cool.
They'll be on the Disney store as well, or formerly Shop Disney.
I predict you, when this comes out in the fall, it'll also release at the same time as a green and white helmet, much like that purple helmet they revealed today with Mace Windu's battalion. I bet you it's not the last helmet they color. All they gotta do is repaint it, right? Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, whatever phase it is, we'll all buy it up.
Phase banana.
And then let's see.
I think it will come out by itself. That's what I was saying. Like we think that most of the 3-packs get re-released, as they I think have every time now. We've seen multi-packs. Maybe this clone, I don't know if he'd be released on its own, but maybe like it wouldn't fit. There's no other wave for it to go in, the clone. So if they did like a Attack of the Clones wave, it wouldn't be painted like that. But I can see an Attack of the Clones Yoda with a chair in the window box like we see at retail.
Right. Okay, so the next set of reveals is, of course, the retro figures. I stuck them all in one slide just because I figured nobody really cares that much about these retro figures at all. So they put them out there. Great, whatever. Time to move on.
I've already got a space in the cabinet right here for 'em. What are you
By
talking
far
about?
the coolest reveal of the day.
Yeah.
I'm all in on these. I'll get 2 sets.
All right, so you got
Yeah,
a
I
dude
do.
with a cloak. Oh, is that supposed to be Mace Windu?
Well,
And look
that's
how much
actually
better that soft goods robe is than that 6-inch Qui-Gon robe. It just looks that much better.
And then is Grievous missing a couple of arms?
no.
Nope.
He had 4.
He only
And
had 4.
they go like this instead of forward and back. They articulate this way only, which is
Oh,
not
so
great.
they're not really true retros then.
That Mace Window would have looked a lot better with a plastic hood on his cape.
It's
I
a
think.
7
Yeah, if it
POA
was a
figure.
plastic hood, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I dig it. The Django is my favorite for this wave. I wish the Clone Trooper they would have did his head was molded to the body like the old Kenner Stormtrooper was, but it looks cool. I get it. They're quite creative with this line. I'm digging it.
Now, do you know, is this going to be another 6-pack or is this
A
individual?
box. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
6-pack. Are you not on the internet, John?
No, I don't. I don't.
What
pay
about
attention to
these
things.
ones right here? So you got some lady in a white outfit, and then this dude with
And why?
slick
I don't
hair.
get how this Anakin doesn't have a soft goods robe, and
How
then
come
the
they're not
one,
doing the telescoping
and then
lightsabers?
Qui-Gon didn't have a robe in this wave. Like they're like omitting one figure to not have a robe to save 82 cents. I don't get it.
Well,
He
look,
needs
they
a
had
robe,
they
too.
gave him a lightsaber.
Yeah, but he needs a robe and a lightsaber. He's
No,
Anakin
no,
for
he's
crying
a
out loud. He's
lightsaber.
the most important character in all of Star Wars.
Now,
You
is
should
the
have
He had a
Padme,
robe.
is that a plastic thing or is that a
It's
soft?
cloth. It's
It
cloth.
looks kind of cloth.
It's
but
cloth.
folded over in a new fancy retro way.
Yeah.
Retro figures set is Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney only.
Not true. These will most likely be on Amazon Canada and GameStop Canada as well. I've
In
already
the
done
US.
in Canada,
Yeah, but most of us are in the U.S., so
but Canada's the only important country. Come on. The world revolves around Canada, eh?
Okay.
all right. And then Django Fett and
Awesome is that
Clone
Django
Trooper.
with the rocket.
I do like the Django. If I didn't have to buy the whole stupid set for him, I'd probably pick up Django.
Somebody made a comment on my post, my Heroes post, where I shared this, and he's like, "Well, I look forward to seeing these at Ross and Dollarama next year." And I said, "I guarantee you, you will not see these at a Dollarama or a Ross discount store.
What? How am I supposed to
Box
pick this
sets.
up?
You got to go to the park."
You
or
disagreed
shop
with somebody
Disney
on the
area.
internet? How did that go?
The clone could have been better. That's my one. I think they could have did better on his helmet.
I think I have a picture, John, of the box. Let me see if I got a picture of the.
I just found it.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of changed the artwork to look like an Attack of the Clones half a box and like a Phantom Menace half a box. Like, so it's okay. Like it'll fit beside the other boxes if you collect them like me.
So they are cool. I mean, they're cool. What about the pipeline reveals? This is the
armor,
vintage
plate
collection
set is
pipelines.
See, I gotta say, my problem with doing 6-packs is the same thing with the last pack with the battle droid.
You can't arm
Like when they did the Dark Trooper, so the Death Trooper, I ended up buying like 9 or 10 of them. I got them all open, and
because they were at the dollar store.
I've got an army of them, and I'm like,
That's
so,
awesome.
and I did that with a lot of the other, in like the original Stormtrooper, I ended up buying like maybe 15 extra ones of those
Same.
open up and put with all my Stormtroopers
Biker
and the
Scout.
Biker Scout, yeah, all that. But now I've only got one battle droid, so I'm like, well, I want to at least have 6 open, and the same with this Clone Trooper. I want to have like 6 open.
There are several people who do buy like 6 and 10 of these boxes, and then
So
sell off
I'm
the
not
rest.
buying 6 or 10 boxes. I mean, so they're not
Because
giving
right
it out
now,
of me.
people want Mon Mothma from that last box set is still sold out, except maybe in Connor's Hasbro. I don't know if it's sold out there too, but people I've seen them Mon Mothma selling for like 80 and $100. Like,
Whoa.
Wow.
and it's only like 3 months old. It's not like it's
You know,
been
the
buried
secret
and never
is
will be
you
produced
can
again.
set whatever price you want on eBay. Doesn't mean anybody's going to buy it from you.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
True.
All right.
Very true.
So these are the pipeline reveals for the vintage collection. Is everybody super excited to get the Forge playset?
I wonder what it'll look like, though. Right? At least.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what it looks like. I'm not sold on it yet, but
is it just going to be the Forge, or like, do you get like a separate set where she stores her tools and all that kind of stuff? You know.
Yeah.
I have to ask, what is
the most minimum version of the Forge they could have
I
put
think
together?
it'll be a minimal playset. I don't think it'll be big like we've seen where it's the Tantive hallway or the hand and carbonite playset or even the Cantina playset. I think it'll be smaller in those, which would be cool, like, because that could mean it could be cheaper, maybe, right?
Yeah,
and have a
I
figure.
suppose that's all you need for your shelf.
do you think the armor is going to come with it?
No,
I think it'd be silly if it didn't.
Wouldn't imagine so.
But I got to ask, who's the actor playing that Anakin Scott? That's not Hayden Christensen.
Sure,
Yeah.
That's the ghost, the ghost version that they did when he was in with Ahsoka in the Ahsoka series. That's where they pulled that picture
But
from.
here is what I see people talking about on the interwebs now about this Anakin figure. Now, Anakin in the Ahsoka show was a ghost, right? He was in head.
It was
he
a
wasn't
figment
real.
of her imagination because that plane.
Yes, but
doesn't
they
really
also
look-
did flashbacks, which were also in her head of him not as a ghost person.
Right.
So will this action figure be accurate and be a ghost and be translucent?
I honestly
or will
think
it be
they just went
inaccurate
and
just be a
screenshotted
repack of the Anakin we
I-
already have?
I really think they just said, "Hey, we need to go screenshot a shot of Anakin for this pipeline reveal." And somebody said, "Should we just show the previous version that we released?" And they said, "No, just go screenshot something."
Because this figure does exist based on the animation because it was made before the Ahsoka show, but now they put him in this Clone Wars armor. Will they make him like a little bit Force spirity, or will he just be just a new Anakin head?
Does TVC even have figures like that nowadays? Like,
I don't know, but it's popular. Like,
I don't know.
I'd love to see them too. So we got him and Obi-Wan in those outfits in Black Series a couple of years ago, but I'd love to see them redo them with the animation heads. I think that was a real miss on Black
I think
Series.
they should have did Sebastian's.
I like the approach that they took with those. They were Target exclusives in the States. Those were awful to find. That was probably the worst like toy hunting experience.
Yeah, Emperor Throne Room size set. Good call, G-Force.
Yeah.
That's like all cardboard too.
So these are the Black Series pipeline reveals.
Yep.
And obviously they're going to put the Rebel Fleet guy and a Stormtrooper. We already got those. They'll just stick those in a double pack.
That's a good 2-pack.
Yeah,
For people who didn't get them or want an army build, yeah.
So that's a good 2-pack. Do I need it to be pipeline revealed to me like this?
Sure.
What?
It doesn't
Why
make a
not?
difference.
The more pipeline
It just says, hey, they're going to do it.
Here's
Three of
the
these
best part.
pipeline reveals feel
These
like they
four
just
figures here are already in production and they're in the next wave of figures that we've already pre-ordered. They have to give us stuff every month, so they save stuff.
But what I'm saying is 3 of these things. I mean, unless they've retooled Luke, which I hope that they did and got rid of that soft goods, like oversized coat they put on the dude.
Fix his face.
And the Leia, where they gave her that soft goods oversized thing that they had on the Leia. I hope they redid those actual figures to make them look presentable. Because if you look at
that would be cool, because we only got the Luke Skywalker recently, and remember the Power of the Force card, and Leia's still available on the archive card at the moment. So
yeah,
and the anniversary original Star Wars Black Series one. But yeah, they did mention these are both brand new sculpts for both Luke and Leia.
But then I'm excited.
The last
about
character, I think, it's a waste of space on the internet of JPEG pixels. Just take it off.
Well, it's from a video.
Never even heard of the character.
Dagon?
Yeah, we don't even know who Dagon is. No one on Earth knows who Dagon is.
And I'm pretty
he's from Jedi Survivor. He's a Jedi from the High Republic.
Yeah.
He has one arm. I think the one. So I highly encourage you, if you're not going to play the game, like watch some YouTube videos and learn about him. He's a cool, interesting character.
He has
But
one arm.
Yes, one of
No
the
way.
interesting things about him is he doesn't have a right arm. It's cut off at the shoulder.
That's insane.
Right.
I didn't even notice that.
Well, but
Yeah,
but
he better come with accessories if he's not going to
He
come.
better
with
be
hold
$5 cheaper.
but hold on. But
No.
hold on. If you didn't play the game, there's a sequence in the game where he has like a force arm that manifests.
Oh my god, that's insane.
So
Oh,
I wonder.
there
So
is
I
that.
wonder. So I wonder if they're going to have a translucent arm in there, or if he's just going to be
Oh, okay.
without an arm completely. But the weird thing to me with that set, like I'll take that figure all day long because I think it's going to be cool. But
I have to
can't-
see
I
the
can't
actual
believe-
figure itself. When I see it. in
but I can't believe we haven't gotten a Marin in the line, or Grease, or Seer from Jedi Fallen Order, Survivor.
Yeah.
Those were other characters that I would have expected.
I actually
figures
can't
for
believe they
first.
haven't done more High Republic stuff, considering how they were pushing that as like the next big thing. I would have thought there'd be like tons of figures on pipeline for that.
But those would all be coming from the publishing line, and they don't allocate that many resources to publishing figures nowadays.
All
I
right.
just wanted is that all the Star Wars burn on there?
Yeah, that's the
What happened to Kiadi Mundi?
I don't know who's that.
He was in the last
Bonehead guy.
round.
He's
Yeah.
what happened
Oh, I
to
think
Wookiees?
I think
We've seen digital renders for him, but
we
there's
had
no
a-
seen him in
reason-
hand.
previously.
He's
Yeah,
out.
3
He's
weeks
available
ago.
to buy in stores now.
Yeah.
We talked about him, I think.
You saw my music video about him, right?
Yeah.
My song.
I just want to comment on, like, I did watch the Hasbro stream yesterday, like, most of us do. We're kind of excited to see what they're going to drop or whatever. And I thought it was okay. And within the chat, though, like, and I'm not calling out anyone specific, except the vintage collection collectors who like to whine and complain. Oh my God, Matt, I've never seen any part
Man
of
babies.
any toy collecting community bitch and whine and complain more than the people who are 100% vintage collection backers. I've never seen it in the history of my collecting of Star Wars. There's a couple of people now I've unfollowed on Instagram because all they do is every 11 minutes is just regurgitate how Black Series got Hammerhead, and I'm like,
balance
I'm
the
sick of it, man.
scales nonsense.
Yeah, those I'm done with that, man. Like,
All
I
right.
may walk away.
You know what?
I couldn't agree with you more. Like
seeing that kind of crap going on with
the
people. I
Hasbro,
love the retro, but I don't.
Yeah, we
shit
talked
on
about this guy.
the other
already.
brands.
the
So this
HasLab,
is-
it's still
this
going.
is-
It's hold on one second, John. The HasLab, it's still going to come, right? Like Rick, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm so glad you said that. It's still going to come. I'll probably back it if it's the canteen or whatever. Like I like the TVC big items, ships, and whatever. But like you're gonna bitch and moan about them delaying something so that they get the release right. Quality should come first. Period. Right?
Yeah, it's
Like,
a little.
you're still getting it.
This video, John, is
They
it
had the
really
deadline.
2 minutes?
They knew that
It's the Key Out of Monday song.
They had time to get it.
Okay, I think I have to mute it, or I'm gonna.
I made this up. I made this.
John sings it.
Am I gonna get dinged on the music?
No,
John's
It's me.
claim a copyright strike on the video.
The separatists were ready and Kai was out with his trooper team.
sounds like Vern.
He ignited his lightsaber with a crystal green lightning beam.
That's not John's voice.
Turned around too late cause a
No, what I'm
Jedi
saying
is not afraid.
Is that music gonna get me dinged?
Those were the days when the
Did
Jedi
you make, like,
Master's fates
dollars
were
off these?
made.
Apparently so.
Jedi known as Kai out of Monday.
Because I think you need 10,000 views
There was
on
kind
a
of
30-minute video to get
All right, I
Fun.
gotta mute that. 'cause-
But just on the bitching
Good job,
and
John.
moaning
Good job.
on people.
Voice of an angel, John.
So I've created and run several Facebook groups. So there's a Black Series group, there's Vintage Collection group, there's Retro Collection groups. So I'll post pictures. Here's the new retro collections that you can pre-order now from Hasbro, and here's the link to the UK site. And then people go in the comments that purposely joined the group because
He
of what
talked-
it is, and they're like, "Man, I hate these. These are garbage."
He talked over the
And I'm
whole
like,
thing.
"Why are you in my group, dude? Like, go
And you
away."
won't get a copyright strike because I have it on my channel, and it's
Oh,
it's
okay. I
fully
didn't know. I'm sorry.
It's fully
That's what I kept
monetized.
asking you. I kept
It's
But
asking
I
you. I
think
didn't
they
answer.
changed
Anyways,
the HasLab.
okay.
I
Who's
think
playing?
it was going to
Who's
be
playing
that
today?
Bad Batch Marauder, and they saw.
But
that
I've had a lot of
I didn't
comments
want
saying the
it,
song
and
is
they
really
changed their
funny.
mind because of my
Alright.
feelings. I think.
Who's playing?
We did last time. I think
I
it was
didn't
me
play
and
last
Rick
time.
last time.
Connor, are you
No.
playing?
No, fair enough. Dreadful recall.
I'll do
Alright.
it if you need. Like
If no
I
one's
don't.
playing, I'll play.
I'll go
Alright.
against John.
Yeah, all right.
Alright. Okay, you guys ready?
Okay.
Oh, let me get my timer. Who wants
Star
to go
Trek 2.
first? Who's going first? You guys want to flip a coin?
Your
Or what-
choice, John.
All right,
What?
hold on. Go.
Oh, you want to do rock,
1,
paper, scissors?
2, 3.
Oh, hold on.
1.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, you got it. You win.
All right.
Okay. So Eric's going first.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Or he gets to pick, I guess, because he.
Oh,
It,
okay.
does,
You get to
it
pick.
doesn't matter. Just
Right, he's going
I'll
first.
go first.
Go.
I'll just go first.
Okay. Remember, it's May the 4th. So these may be Star Wars related questions. All right. 30 seconds on the clock. Everybody in the chat, feel free to throw in all the stuff that they couldn't remember. I'm going to read the statement and then start the timer. Who's going to keep count? Connor and Rick will count up your
Rick's
thing.
not even
Rick
watching.
left. All right, ready? Name as many Jedi as you can. Go.
Oh, give me a
Okay.
break.
Anakin, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Mace Windu, Kit Fisto, Sayasi Tin, Even Peel, Barriss Offee, Luminara Unduli, Kiadi Mundi, the Yarael Poof, Qui-Gon Jinn, Ahsoka Tano.
Okay, time's up.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you say Luke or Obi-Wan?
No, he didn't even say Luke.
No, he said. So Eric, you got 13,
It
which
was
is a
all
phenomenal
episode
number.
1 to
Well
3
done.
Jedi's, but good job.
Because you didn't
Yeah.
say Luke Skywalker, you're disqualified. Okay.
That's fine. I was just going through prequel era.
Yeah,
You have to
yeah.
pick one random Jedi that you have to spell correctly.
All right, ready, John?
Wait, am I doing Jedi also?
No. Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
I'm
yeah,
going to read
all right,
it
all right.
and then start your timer. Name as many Sith as you can.
Okay, Darth Vader, Darth Maul, Darth Revan, Darth Nihilus, Malik, right? Darth Malik, Darth Sidious, Palpatine. Are they the same person?
Yes.
Revan. Did I say Revan?
Yeah.
Revan Part 2.
Bane, Darth Bane. Plagueis. Let's see. Who else?
Oh,
Yeah.
That was good. That was probably
Jar Jar.
That was 8. 8.
that was
that?
probably about as far as I could get. That like Tenebris would have been another.
Yeah, and
There's
who's the
definitely more
who's the
Jedi
who's the
names
red
to pull from, though, right?
Twilight girl? The red Twilight girl. Who's that?
Talon.
Talon, Darth Talon. Yeah, that's a cool
I
one.
think you said Talon. Did you say Talon?
No.
No, I didn't say
No.
Talon. I had her in my head, but I couldn't think of her name. So
See, Eric could have never
Paul.
even seen Star Wars, Empire, or Return of the Jedi, and still won that version.
oh
of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was
Pretty
going
cool,
Jarl Poof, Jarl Poof, Jarl Poof. Okay, got it.
That's
You know,
pretty cool, though.
like-
What's up,
all
Gary?
right. Okay,
I
you
like
ready,
him
Eric?
because his name is Poof. I want an action figure of Poof.
All right. So
You can make one out of all these parts, John.
round 2. What's the score right now?
13 to 8.
13, 8.
Okay. Okay, Eric. Name as many Kenner Star Wars versions of Luke Skywalker as you can. Go.
I assume Farm Boy Luke, X-Wing Luke, Dagobah Luke, Bespin Luke, Snowspeeder Luke, Jedi Knight Luke. Are there any others?
At least 2 more.
I
Endor
just ended
Luke.
early.
The problem,
Endor
Endor,
Luke
Endor.
and Luke Stormtrooper.
But there's
Yeah.
no
Oh, okay.
Dagobah Luke.
But
yeah,
there's
there-
no Dagobah Luke. He's the same as
I
this
just
one.
assumed that there was. Yeah.
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 I was
But
just going through.
Luke Moth, I'm
Well,
saying
it
that
means you're
counts
17
because
and
And the-
total.
Kenner made it from the Hasbro brand in the board game.
No,
yeah,
no,
the
no.
board game. Yeah.
Oh, Kenner.
Well,
Not
the
after
retro
it was
collection.
Hasbro. Kenner.
Retro collection.
The
It
idea
says
is
Kenner.
that this is a
No, I gave
vintage
him
Kenner.
I gave him the snow speeder, Luke.
Yeah,
It
that
had
counts.
the Kenner on the card.
Technically, is that a okay?
Kenner.
Whatever. Okay, John, you ready?
All
Yeah,
of the
say
Black
vintage.
series,
Okay,
it's supposed
okay,
to say
okay.
Kenner on it.
Yeah.
All right. Name as many Kenner Star Wars versions of Princess Leia as you can.
All right. There's the Princess Leia in the white suit. There's Princess Leia Hoth. There's Princess Leia Bespin. There's Princess Leia in the Bausch outfit. And Princess Leia Endor. That's it, right?
Slave Leia.
They didn't make a slave Leia.
They did. Okay.
No, they had a prototype, but they never made her. So I think that's it. There's only 5.
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
you got
time's
them
up.
all
You know what? I'm
forward.
surprised you didn't say Bespin Leia with the turtleneck, Bespin Leia without the turtleneck.
Oh, I could have gone into variants.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know variants were allowed.
Well, I mean, it's different versions.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's I guess Eric won, right?
Yeah.
17, 14.
All right.
Only because there are more Jedi than Sith.
Yeah, I think.
And there's more Luke Kenner figures than Leia figures.
Hey, like-
That's like
Okay, what's the score? Is it really is there a big deficit?
17-13. Yeah.
Okay,
It's not
so
that bad. It's not.
you guys
Oh,
want to do one
tiebreaker.
you want to
Okay,
do one
okay.
more round and you can both give off answers as we go?
Sure.
Okay, do it together. Like
Oh, we're yelling out stuff together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, just to see who could get the most. Ready?
Connor, you got to
Because we've never
count 2
done a
people
tiebreaker.
now. How are you
Ready?
going to do that?
Name all the Star Wars Black Series vehicles as you can. Go.
Oh, Luke's Land Speeder,
TIE
the
Fighter.
TIE Fighter,
The snow speeder.
yeah, the snow speeder, the speeder bike, the Shadow
speeder-
Trooper
the-
speeder bike, the
one
Memphis
from
Nest
the one from
squat bike,
Memphis Nest. Yeah, Memphis Nest.
Ray's speeder.
Luke speeder.
I said that already.
The dewback. Is the dewback a vehicle?
Dewback's a creature. I think that's it.
It's a
Is
vehicle.
that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
TIE Fighter. Did you
Oh
say?
no, and then there's the speeder bike with Grogu.
Oh, that's right. The white speeder bike. Yeah, yeah.
Memphis Nest speeder bike.
We said that one.
The
Yeah.
swoop.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
first
swoop.
order TIE Fighter.
No, what?
First order TIE Fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said that one. Yeah, we
Yeah,
said
there's
that
not a
one.
lot, is there?
Yeah, I think we
Well,
named
is
them
it-
all. I think we got them all.
All right, I think you got it. It's fine.
Yeah. But Eric wins. Eric wins.
It was just for fun. Anyways,
Look,
Yeah, that's
Kenny
a-
did make one.
That's
the
not a
other-
real one.
It's better than real. This is sculpted by a true artist. This was
Ah.
based. He made this based off the Indiana Jones Marion figure.
Oh, interesting.
She's so skinny, man. Like her
Yeah.
feet are too small for peg holes, much like the Marion figure.
that makes sense. So what do you guys got
Before-
coming up this week?
Oh, real quick. I'm not sure if anyone saw this, but I saw online earlier that Airbnb made a house in New York look like the
Yeah.
X-Men mansion.
Yeah, it's on Instagram
Oh,
on
wow.
their Airbnb.
You for like it's like $97 a night per guest, and like
What?
yeah,
That's very reasonable.
yeah, and but it's not a guarantee you'll be able to get to stay in it or like stay in a specific room you want. It's like a weird lottery thing, and
Oh.
if you don't get picked in the lottery to stay in it, you can do like a 2-hour tour of it for some less amount of money or whatever. But if you haven't seen that, check it out because that place looks.
Is there like
awesome.
a danger room in the basement with all
Yeah.
these lasers and things that'll fight you?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I'll put a link to
I
this.
thought it was all AI, but it's legit. It's a real thing.
Yeah, it is. Well, unfortunately, Eric used up all your guys' time to talk about what's coming up this week on your YouTube channels. Telling you about this X-Men 97 Airbnb. It looks like Rick threw up something that he wants to play in, and is that a video or just?
No, it's just a picture, man. It popped up on my personal Facebook feed, and if you want to see what I looked like in 1990,
Okay, we'll do that, and then we'll hit it.
So this is my high
That's
school grad
not Rick.
in 1990.
That's a
One of these two people went on to be a famous TV and film actor, and the other is me. So yeah, this is me and a classmate back in high school. I thought it made my day seeing this picture.
So you had a perm when you were in high school?
Yeah,
No,
blonde
I
hair.
actually have a long hair and a ponytail in this picture.
Yeah.
And shoulder pads and my blazer. Yeah, it was bad, man.
All right.
But yeah, Kristen here,
Yeah.
she went on to be an actress and directs, and she's big time Canadian TV and film person now.
You used to have long hair.
I did. I used to have hair, period.
Yep.
She still has hair.
All right,
But I
everybody.
made a little comment on her. I'm like, oh my God, this is that crazy drama girl who had a crush on me all through high school. And I'm getting a lot of laughs because it's the opposite, of course, right?
Rick, reliving the glory days.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And we have a little, like, our old high school's having like an open night where everyone's going to go and crash it, so to speak. So we're going to have like a little mini, 35-year reunion or something coming up at the end of the month. It should be,
Oh, that's pretty
interesting.
cool. 35 years. Jeez, you just
Something like
dated
that. 30
yourself.
years, maybe?
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th. We'll see you guys next weekend on the Toy Duo.
Bye, everybody.
Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys.
And TV and movies too.